FNK gold.
Here we go.
Let's get loud, let's get loud. Turn the music up, let's do it. Come on people, let's get loud, let's get loud. It your way, you gotta prove it. You gotta mean what you say.
Life's a party, make it hot. Dance, don't ever stop, whatever rhythm. Every minute, every day.
Take them all the way, you gotta live them. 'Cause I'ma live my life.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it your way. You gotta prove it. You gotta mean what you say. You gotta do it. You gotta do it your way. You gotta prove it. You gotta mean what you say.
Let's get loud, let's get loud. Turn the music up to hear that sound. Let's get loud, let's get loud. Ain't nobody gonna tell you what you gotta do. No, no. Make it hot.
Aye, papi. Let's get loud.
Let's get loud. It's just a party, baby, come on.
Let's get loud. Let's get loud. Let's get loud. Pump it up. Hey, 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 hey.
Make it boogie now. Life is meant to be big fun. You're not hurting anyone, nobody loses.
Let the music make you free. Be what you wanna be. Make no excuses. You gotta do it. You gotta do it your way. You gotta prove it. You gotta mean what you say. You gotta do it. You gotta do it your way. You gotta prove it. You gotta mean what you say. Let's get loud. Let's get loud. Turn the music up to hear that sound. Let's get loud. Let's get loud. Ain't nobody gonna tell you what you gotta do. Eso. Así, así es que me gusta, tú sabes. ¡Hacha candela!
Let's get loud.
Oh, let's get loud.
Let's get loud.
Hey, let's get loud.
Let's get
Let's get loud. Let's get loud.
Turn the music up to hear that sound.
Let's get loud.
Let's get loud.
Ain't nobody gonna tell you what you gotta do. Didn't think we can do it, did ya?
Unfold, challenge what the future holds. Try and keep your head up to the sky. Lovers that may cause you tears, go ahead, release your fear. Stand up and be counted, don't be ashamed to cry. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. Gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, gotta be stronger. Gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know, love saved the day. That won't what your mother said. Read the books your father read. Try to solve your puzzles in your own sweet time. Some may have more cash than you, others take a different view. My, oh my, yeah, yeah, yeah. Gotta be bad, you gotta be wiser. Gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, gotta be stronger. Gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know, love saved the day. Your day unfold, challenge what the future holds. Try and keep your head up to the sky. Colors that may cause you tears, go ahead and release your fear. Stand up and be counted, don't be ashamed to cry. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. Gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, gotta be stronger. Gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know, love saved the day. All I know, love saved the day. All I know, love saved the day.
Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note, but don't worry. Be happy. In every life we have some trouble. When you worry, you make it double. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy now. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Ain't got no place to lay your head. Somebody came and took your bed, but don't worry. Be happy. The landlord said your rent is late. He may have to litigate, but don't worry. Be happy. Look at me, I be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. I give you my phone. When you worry, you call me. I'll make you happy. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Ain't got no cash, ain't got no style. Ain't got no gal to make you smile, but don't worry. Be happy. 'Cause when you worry, you'll face a frown, and that will bring everybody down. So don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Now there's a song I wrote. I hope you learned it note for note. Like good children. Don't worry.
Oh my God, it's freaking on! We're here!
We're live! We're live, dude. We
live!
are live.
We're live from
Amazing.
the US and from Japan with
Let's
the FNK Mic Drop Competition number 3 finals. Friday Night Karaoke, we've done it!
we
We've
did
done
it.
it
This is our
again.
third one of these, and we are live, so let's try not to screw this up. And I think everybody may have screwed it up at least once. So let's try not to screw it up again.
I mean, there were kind of planned screw ups. You know, we need to feel a little bit more human. Anyway, we're super stoked to be with you today. Again, this is a Friday Night Karaoke Mic Drop Competition number 3. That means we've done 2 of these in the past, and this one's going to be even better. You just saw a nice little introduction from Shure Microphones. That is our sponsor for this event, and we'll tell you more about that in a little bit. But they are promoting their new Shure SM7
7DB. SM7DB
microphone. Numbers there. But yeah, it's a phenomenal microphone. We're using our Shure microphones here, and it's just great if you're getting into it. Anyway, let's kick this off. The Shure sponsored mic drop competition. We have 7 finalists for this competition that we brought in over a month of submissions and hundreds of submissions, and we whittle them down to just 7, and we have 3 amazing guests joining us to help judge these finals. Let's bring them in. What do you think?
Bring them in.
All right, let's do it. All right, so we have first up, I'll let you do
Jared Reddick.
Hey,
Welcome to the show. Jared's been a longtime friend of the show, friend of ours. We've gotten to see Jared live in stage many times, and I got to admit it, my favorite punk pop band of all time. I loved you guys since high school, man.
Well, it never ends, I hear they say.
That's the rumor.
That
is the
what I
rumor.
hear. Thanks for having me. You guys are such a fun show, and I think I still owe you guys a karaoke version of something, but I can't remember.
It's Tenacious D, and it needs to be tribute, and it will complete my life.
Yeah, I have done that. I did that live at karaoke one time, and I had a drunk guy come right up to the stage and start trying to sing along with me. But the timing of that is all talking and all this, and it totally messed my vibe up. And so I just walked away pouting.
Oh, sad panda. All right, well, thank you, Jared. We're stoked to have you here, and it's going to be an awesome competition. Coming up next, we have Amber Smith with iHeartMedia, iHeartRadio, iHeart Podcasts.
What's up?
Amber, welcome to the show. Amber, we love Amber. She works for the biggest audio company in the world, cranking out some of the biggest podcasts around there. You are working on an award-winning podcast, Symptomatic Season 2, coming out. When is it coming out?
October 3rd, next week.
Woo! Awesome.
We follow, subscribe, listen. It's a good one.
I mean, iHeart is the #1 podcast publisher in the entire world, are they not? They have the most listeners on the iHeart platform. You guys are just freaking killing it. Absolutely killing it. Just a little something.
A little bit.
And you're just doing your part.
Yeah, and I'm super excited to be here. I feel humbled. Like I'm in the karaoke gods realm right now. So I am humbled and excited to be here.
Nice.
We're definitely not the karaoke gods. Joe and I just kind of work.
Yeah, we bow down to the gods of karaoke. And since Jared agreed to do a karaoke song for us, I know your favorite is Soulja Boy. So we're expecting that from you as well.
Yeah, we're expecting that Friday Night Karaoke group.
Yeah, that is my hymn in the Church of Karaoke. It is.
I just know that Superman song. That's Superman. That ho. Thank you, Amber. Good to have you here.
Yes, good to be here.
And our final judge from the Marty Ray Project is none other than Marty Ray himself.
Marty, thank you so much for joining us. Marty's got over 50 million downloads across the internet. I was doing a rough count earlier today. Easily 50 million from everything from gospel to country to pop to singing, covering Vanilla Ice and Bob Marley and Hootie and the Blowfish. Amazing songs out there, Marty.
Wow, I love the energy here. This is amazing. I need to take what he's taking, whatever that is. What is that?
We each had 9 cups of coffee and a shot of whiskey before we started this up.
This is going to be some Japanese whiskey because I'm coming in from sunny Japan, as you can see out there.
And Marty, your go-to karaoke song?
Well, I haven't sang karaoke in years, but my go-to karaoke song back in the day, believe it or not, was nothing but a G thing. I almost said nothing and sounded very white, but it's nothing but a G thing. I used to rap it, actually. I used to rap.
Yes. That's phenomenal. I fully support this. All right.
Well,
Judges, thank you for joining us. Joe, we freaking made it. And again, this is the
We're kicking it
FNK
off.
Mic Drop competition number 3. So how do we get here, Joe? How do we get to this point on
This
September
point, well, I think you
28th?
gave sort of a background. You know, we got a ton of submissions. It was an impossible task of narrowing it down to just a few because we have just this 1 hour show. We're gonna play each song. We're gonna vote on 3 different categories. One was the vocal performance, the connection to the song, and the overall performance, the overall
Like
song,
stage
just
presence.
overall, right? The overall score.
Right.
And the winner is going to get a Shure microphone. Shure microphone MV7.
But
Courtesy
wait,
of our sponsors,
but
it's Shure
wait,
microphone.
there's more.
There's more. A full
So the winner is
signed
also
album
getting
from Bowling for Soup. The entire band signed this LP, whether you have a record player or not. You've got this signed
Wow.
cover album. This is awesome. Of all their best songs, by the way, the songs that people actually liked.
Well, that's
So
our
this is-
second. It's our second greatest hits, by the way. So the first one was. So this one is the next 6 years. It's 2004 to. It does have a lot of hits on it, though.
Yeah, this one's 2004 to 9.
There you go. Yeah. So
And
that's
it's got some of my
huge.
favorites. 1985, High School Never Ends, Almost. I mean, you know, the classics.
And by the way, Jared, real quick, you know, just drunk enough to dance. If I get the tattoo now, can I get free shows for life?
You know that there are bands that do that. If we did that though, we would never. No one would ever pay an admission fee. There's a lot of Bowling for Soup tattoos out there. So thank God we did not. One time we played a biker bar and we gave. This was back in the days where you could do things like this. If you flashed the band, we gave you a free shirt, and they emptied us out of merch. And,
I would do that right now.
we never did that again.
I thought you guys did that back in 2002, didn't you? Like, you had like I read it on the interweb, so it has to be true.
What? No, definitely not 2002. This was definitely the bar band days.
Okay, awesome, rock on.
Nice.
But Joe, you know
right.
what I like better than giving away a Shure MK7 or whatever
MV.
it is, MV7 microphone and signed Bowling for Soup LP. What if we gave away 2?
No, stop
Let's
it.
do it. Let's give away 2.
Are you serious?
I think first and second place both deserve some absolute love here. So let's
All
give away
right.
2.
Let's double it
All right.
then. First,
So we're doubling
and second place.
our enjoyment, doubling our refreshment, doubling our prizes.
double the
First
fun.
place and second place are both getting an MV7 microphone and a signed Bowling for Soup LP. And third through seventh place will be getting, what are they getting?
Nothing.
$25
Nothing,
Amazon
dude.
gift cards as a thank you for
All right.
joining. And you can go buy a Bowling for Soup album. So let's get right into this. What you can expect is we will be playing each song, introducing each of the artists, you know, the artist singing, the who they're covering, the name of the song, maybe a little background on them. We'll be playing each song and removing the judges from the screen. Joe and you'll see our lovely reactions, and we'll be bringing them right back in at the end of each song, and we'll be talking about what happened, how like the coolest parts of the song, or just takeaways, like something that really we really latched onto during that song, and then we're going to be judging each song based on those 3 criteria that Joe mentioned: vocal performance, stage presence, and connection to the song on a scale from 1 to 10. Each judge will hold up a number when we go through them, and the singers with the most points at the end will win. So let's get right into it. Let's listen to some music. Are we ready for this or what?
Man, play it.
All right. So
Let's do
kicking
it.
off the Friday Night Karaoke, I think mic drop competition number 3 is going to be a long time Friday Night Karaoke member, one of the very first members, one of the very early members. She's been around forever. She's joined every collaboration under the sun. She's opened countless collaborations on Smule. She is loved by everyone in the group, and we love her too. This is gonna be none other than Jennifer Adams, and she's gonna be singing a little Casey Musgraves with Biscuits. So let's go ahead and give that a listen, if I can find it.
You got this.
I do.
Taking down your neighbor won't take you any higher. I burn my own darn fingers poking someone else's fire. I've never gotten taller making someone else feel small. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Just hoe your own row and raise your own babies. Smoke your own smoke and grow your own daisies. Mend your own fences and own your own crazy. Mind your own biscuits and life will be gravy. Mind your own biscuits and life will be gravy. Nobody's perfect, we've all lost and we've all lied. Most of us have cheated, the rest of us have tried. The holiest of holies even slip from time to time. We've all got dirty laundry hanging on the line. So hoe your own row and raise your own babies. Smoke your own smoke and grow your own daisies. Mend your own fences and own your own crazy. Mind your own biscuits and life will be gravy. Mind your own biscuits and life will be gravy. Pouring salt in my sugar ain't gonna make yours any sweeter. Pissing in my yard ain't gonna make yours any greener. And I wouldn't know about the rocks in your shoe. So you just let me do me, and honey, you can just do you. So ho. Be gravy.
I got a little ambitious on that one. I jumped to the wrong layout. That was freaking awesome. Jennifer Adams. Oh my freaking God. Way to start the podcast.
Wow. Can we talk about the curls for the girls?
Yeah. Let's talk about the girls.
The whole package.
I've been trying to do it. It doesn't work.
Yeah, she really dressed the part. Doing all out.
You could do the curls with your beard, Marty.
I think I'm going to now for sure.
Right? Like,
yeah.
Bless us,
my stage presence is about to be glowed up. You know what I mean?
It's about to go from a 10 to an 11. Did you know that song was inspired by the saying, mind your own biscuits and life will be gravy? As they just said in there, you know, it's about minding your own business and staying out of everyone else's affairs.
Oh,
never heard that
message. Yeah, I've never heard it either. I always try to get into singing along with the songs. I love the energy, and Jennifer Adams really brings that energy in every song. The professionalism and energy and stuff like that. But I love singing along, and I didn't know the words, so I was just waiting for the chorus because I'm like, I heard it once, I got it again.
Quick question.
So,
are we
grading
or doing our scores after each song or at the end?
No. So we're gonna do it. Yeah, after
we
each
like
song.
just chit-chatting it up a little bit. We talk about discuss it a little bit.
It's tough when you don't know all of them where your six is going to be. You know what I mean?
Oh, I got you. You
don't want to
Jared, you're muted, Jared.
You're muted, Jared.
Jared, you're muted.
I got you.
I was yelling at a child. I'm sorry. But not mine.
Mike.
It's me.
Mine. He was yelling at my kid. I'm sorry.
Might have been mine too.
He's fine.
No, it sucks to go first in this competition and competitions like this. It sucks to judge number one in competitions like this because you really do. You have to set that, I mean, like to me, all of those could have been 10s, but you don't know what she's up against yet,
Good point.
Right.
You want
Yeah.
to call an
So
audible here?
how would you like to do it? We can call an audible.
And
If you want to take
play
notes on
06?
these, I don't know if you're up for
That's
it.
a
If
good
you
idea.
wanna
That's
take
what I
notes,
was
we'll do
doing
this
with my
at the very
phone,
end.
taking notes.
yeah.
Okay.
So if you'd like to do that,
It's up to you guys, honestly. I think I have a handle on it, but so like if you can ask the other judges, I mean, I think I can score this fine, but it's totally up to you. It's your show.
I'll tell you what, you know what? If you guys want to mix it up a little bit, I have no problem changing it up to make
Let's do
it
that.
a little more, you know, because yeah, first and last, like you're like, oh man, yeah, but the first one is different now that I heard all the other 6. So good point. Maybe
Right.
we switch it up. Take some notes,
Right.
write it down, and then let's tally them up at the end.
Okay.
Great.
I like that.
I'm in.
Love
in
it.
like
That's a good
Flynn.
idea. Thank
All right.
you, Jarrett.
All right.
No, thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Jennifer Adams, for a
Thank you,
lovely
sure.
first song. A little, first time I ever heard that outside of, obviously listening to it, to get you in here. But so coming up next, let's roll right into number 2, and then we'll chit chat a little bit more between 2 and 3. We have another phenomenal artist, and there's a cool story behind this song, at least personally. He's going to be covering a little Billy Joel with The Longest Time. And fun fact, in 3rd grade, show and tell, I remember this clearly. I didn't have anything to bring to school, and I, sat there snapping my fingers, singing The Longest Time to my 3rd grade class. It's one of those things that sticks with you forever.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a, pride and embarrassment all bundled up in one.
core memory.
I did get down the fiddle and get down the bow, and then I actually kicked off my shoe, caught it, and threw it on the floor. And that was my 5th grade talent show entry.
Okay, talent.
Yeah,
How did you
Okay.
fare?
Wow.
I didn't
Yeah,
win, but I think I won the popular vote.
Right.
Yeah, of
You're a
course.
star from 5th grade. Like
Yeah.
you're just born a star, is what you're saying to the rest of
Yes,
us.
absolutely. I think they all knew at that. Whoa! The dude can catch his shoe.
I mean, that's
And throw it on
a
the
life
floor.
skill. Actually,
He's
it's a life
going
skill.
places.
Right now, I have only 1 foot, so catching a shoe would be really valuable to me.
What
You
do you
only
mean
have
right
one
now?
shoe to catch.
What do you mean right now you have 1 foot? Like that's going to change? Or
No, I only have 1 foot. Like
One workable foot.
oh,
One
I,
working foot.
I snapped my Achilles tendon, so
oh
I'm
shit! Wow.
I'm footless.
Wait.
for like 4 months.
No. You're not doing it justice. How did you snap your Achilles tendon?
In karaoke in Kuala Lumpur.
Hell yeah, dude! I
Wow.
just posted. I swear to God, I just posted a TikTok today about a wound that I have from doing karaoke in flip flops, and I fell against the wedge monitor and busted my shin open, and you could see the bone. It was
Shut
no!
gnarly.
Oh, no.
It's on my TikTok right now, Jarrett Reddick.
I'm gonna go
Oh
check
my
it out
God.
after this event. But everyone in the audience, go check out Jarrett Reddick's TikTok because there's some cool shit in there. You'll see some bones and some gore. Yeah,
I
that's
didn't know
gonna be
Y'all
karaoke
don't-
was dangerous like this, y'all.
And I need to take a poll from the audience. Has anyone else gotten severely injured singing karaoke?
I'm sure Ed Kennard has some of those stories.
Mike doesn't just talk about karaoke; he lives karaoke.
Yeah,
Clearly.
he does. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, can I just add a small detail that he forgot before we go to the next song? Mike decided that he was going to break dance during karaoke,
yeah.
spun around,
At 42
And he
years old.
spun
I love
around
the
and hit a
confidence.
table.
That'll do.
But you know what? I will say this. I finished the song and I finished like 3 more songs. And then I walked over 20 kilometers back and forth everywhere, got to Japan, and then went to the doctor with a split freaking Achilles. So, my karaoke dedication is strong.
Yeah.
You're a brave warrior.
or
karaoke
stupidity.
warrior.
Great
I'll
voice.
take it. I'll take it. All right. So this next song is going to be The Longest Time, a little Billy Joel, and it's going to be a longtime member, James R. Isaac. This dude is phenomenal, and you'll see it for yourself. Give it a listen.
For the longest time. Whoa. If you said goodbye to me tonight, there would still be music left to write. What else could I do? I'm so inspired by you. That hasn't happened for the longest time. Once I thought my innocence was gone. Now I know that happiness goes on. That's where you found me. when you put your arms around me. That hasn't happened for the longest time. Whoa, for the longest time. I'm that voice you're hearing in a hall, and the greatest miracle of all is how I need you and how you need me too. That hasn't happened for the longest time. Maybe this won't last very long, but you feel so right, and I could be wrong. Baby, I've been hoping too hard, but I've gone this far, and it's more than I hoped for. Who knows how much further we'll go on? Maybe I'll be sorry when you're gone. I'll take my chances. I forgot how nice romance is. I haven't been there for the longest time. I had second thoughts at the start. I said to myself, hold on to your heart. Now I know the woman that you are. You're wonderful so far, and it's more than I hoped for. I don't care what consequence it brings. I have been a fool for lesser things. I want you so bad. I think you ought to know that I tend to hold you for the longest time. Whoa, for the longest time. Whoa, for the longest time. For the longest time. Whoa, for the longest time. For the longest time.
Yes.
Wow.
It brought me right back to elementary school.
Yeah. Yes.
I did
sir.
not expect that voice to come out of that. Like, wow.
Yeah, that
Slay.
man has a voice.
Yeah. Did you say
So that was
slay?
James R. Isaac
Hey,
with the
Jared,
longest
yeah,
time
you
by
think-
Billy Joel. And judges, what are you feeling? What, you know?
Man, that's a hard song, and I think he did a really good job of it. And yeah, I mean that's the breathing in that song is so important and hard. And yeah, so I think you know I like the natural reverb there. I think he was in his garage, and that's such a good idea. I record vocals in the bathroom sometimes.
I mean, I sing in the bathroom all the time.
Of course you do. We all do that.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. The Billy Joel actually recorded most of those backing vocals too. So like for the longest,
Yeah.
you know, like he did all of that. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, James R. Isaac, absolutely phenomenal. You know,
Very good.
right,
Amber, Marty, any comments?
I mean, performance wise, like I believed every word he said of that song.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Love it.
I actually wrote down on my notes this similar to what Jarrett's breathing. There was a few places that the breathing seemed it could use some work, but it was amazing nonetheless. But I'm always partial to a bearded man, so I don't know why, but I enjoyed the heck out of it. I should be a judge.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's great.
it's so I'm actually getting over a chest cold right now, and it's no bueno trying to sing when you can't breathe. And I was right there with him though. But I mean I thought he nailed it. Absolutely.
Yeah,
and I think it's actually one of the most, especially in karaoke. Sorry, you go.
No, I was just agreeing with Jared. He did nail it. And I'm not saying that I breathe perfectly because I'm a fat boy, so I definitely have trouble breathing. So I'm always working on that.
I'm a fat guy. I'm a fat guy, and I got asthma from COVID. Never had asthma. So I was like already,
Oh.
I was already fucking famous. Oh, can I cuss? Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you can cuss.
I was already
Have you met us?
famous. And then I get COVID, and now all of a sudden I'm overweight with asthma or whatever, trying to sing like stuff that that I wrote when I was 25. And, it is not easy.
And you're on tour right now. It's called the Getting Old Sucks Tour.
Yeah, Marty, that's what I mean, right?
Right.
And it totally does. We can all relate.
Yeah.
We'll have to go on tour together.
Dude,
Getting
I
Old
do
sucks.
I do country too, man. So let's do it.
Do you?
Oh, I can't wait to talk about that. Actually,
Yeah.
let's talk about it now.
We don't have to. We don't have to. I just I was listening to Marty Ray's cover of Simple Man before the show, and
Wow.
just
Thank you.
being fairly blown away by
Wow.
that, and very
Thank you,
very
brother. I
excited to
appreciate
be
that.
here. Of course, man,
Is
absolutely.
there a bromance happening here?
I think
It's
so.
happening.
I'm feeling it.
It's happening right here.
I can't grow a beard like that. Like this right here is 3 months. Seriously.
I told you how I feel about bearded men. I'm a Paganophile of sorts.
Get those curls put in that thing that Jennifer had, and we're on to something.
Yeah. Well, your hair is dreamy.
I mean, it's inspired
Damn it,
from
I shouldn't have shaved
what's that
before this.
movie?
Yeah.
What's that movie? Something
Can
about
you
Mary.
put me and Jared in a private room, please?
Can we do our notes together?
Yeah. Me and
great.
Jared's
What's
scores
your
are going to be
puzzle?
combined. We're going to be.
This is gonna be a very
our
different
scores-
podcast now.
Our scores are going to be in matrimony. Okay.
I love it.
Do you agree to 7?
Do you agree? I do. Jared, do you agree to 7?
I did. Like we
Hey, hold on a
both,
second. I thought it only went to 6.
No, it
no, it's
goes
5 to 10.
5 to 10.
5 to 10.
5 to 10. I could have sworn.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta change my numbers. Good thing we chose.
Actually, you know what?
I'm glad we solved
We're
it.
going to go to commercial break.
I
Yeah.
am so glad we decided to do it the way we're going to do, because here's why. Because
Right.
when Marty Ray at the beginning of this goes, I don't know what's going to set the 6, what he meant was the 10. And I thought,
Right.
he was like, what's going to be? I thought actually he was
The
like, what's
average.
going to be middle of the road? And I was like, yeah, that's a fucking good point. What's going to be middle of the road of this deal?
I meant what's going to set my 10. I can't give a 10 to somebody to the first one if I know the 10's at the end. Then everybody's getting a 10. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, 6
Oh, I
is what
got
I
it.
thought was a 10. I thought it was odd when he said get 6 pieces of paper, and it was so
Oh.
quick. I was like, oh, 6. Okay, I'm gonna write 6 real quick. And I was already stressing because I was kind of running late, and I was like, "Daggone, 1 through 6, what a weird number to grade something." These dudes are
We
weird.
got to the
But
end,
okay.
and Marty voted
Whatever.
everyone like shit the whole time. Like,
Oh
yeah,
my
that was
God.
a 5.
People are getting 3s and 2s. They're like,
Yeah,
why?
Yeah, for real.
What would've been-
I'm so
he
glad this came up, man.
He
Golly.
would have thought he got a different email than Amber and I did, because we're giving people like 8s and 10s, and he goes, "Why do I only get to go up to 6?" Like,
Yeah, I guess I'm
I'm
a
getting-
newbie here. You got to earn your scores.
I'm Marty Ray. I'm the tiebreaker today.
I'm super happy
So
with this.
real quick, so I got this straight. It's 1 through 10 like normal.
1 through 10, yes.
5 through 10. It's 5
We
through
just
10.
didn't think anyone was going to get lower than a 5.
Yeah, because it's
We didn't
fine.
wanna
Not.
waste
Of course
paper.
they're not. 5
We're-
through 10.
Yeah.
Got it. Love it.
Yeah.
I
Yep,
could have swore
awesome.
you
Thank
said
you.
6 pieces of paper, though, Joe. Did you say
I
6?
did.
5 to 10.
I
Six-
did.
six
Mike did the
numbers.
math for me earlier
6,
today.
7,
So
8, 9,
5 to
10.
10 is 6.
Karaoke
pieces of
math.
paper. Yeah.
You're right.
Karaoke
It is
math.
6 pieces of paper. What is wrong with me?
It is 5.
No, it's all good. You know what? I have a whiskey
Count that
advantage on you.
again, Mike.
All good.
Count that again, Mike.
5,
It's
5,
at 5, 6,
6,
7, 8, 9, 10.
10.
One more time. No, I'm just messing with you.
Carry the 4. Divide by pi.
My
So
scores
coming
on my
up
notes
next-
now are about to change.
Yeah,
Oh my
absolutely.
God.
You're welcome.
Uh,
Jennifer.
there's
All right,
only
we
2.
all right. We got we're going to work on our math over the next thing. We'll finish this up. We got to play the next song.
Okay.
We sure do. So coming up
Yeah.
next, we have another. Every single member that I announce will be another phenomenal member, because they all are. We have the greatest community. By the way, if you're not on it, just go to facebook.com and type in Friday Night Karaoke, and that's where we are. 18,000 members now, posting hundreds
18,000 members.
songs a day. 18,000 posting hundreds of songs a day, and you could be one of them. It's negativity free, ad free. Used to be gimmick free, but not so much.
You know, we have so many gimmicks. It's not even funny, dude. It's
gimmick ridden.
And now, by the way, we're sponsored by Shure microphones. So fuck the ad thing too. So
yeah, we're making $0 on that. We just
no, we just got product to give away. That's
they're just hooking their brothers Jarrett and Marty Ray up, and
yeah.
I was hoping Match.com.
iHeart has enough microphones. You guys are good. You don't need any.
Singersonly.com.
So coming up next, we have again, phenomenal member. I always look for songs in Smule to try to join with her because she opens so many songs, and she's another one that just jumps on everything with everyone, and just a mega valued member of the community. This is going to be Kara Gregory, and she's going to be singing one of my favorite songs for karaoke, not for myself, but to hear other people sing. It's going to be Black Velvet, a little Alana Miles.
Wow.
I really love this song. It's challenging and phenomenal. And give it a listen.
Let's go.
Woo! 80s, baby. I love Black Velvet. The song. First thing I ever got drunk on was Black Velvet, and I was so sick. Oh. Mississippi in the middle of a dry spell. Jimmy Rogers on the Victrola High. Mama's dancing with a baby on her shoulder. The sun is setting like molasses in the sky. The boy could sing, knew how to move everything. Always wanting more, he'd leave you longing for. Black velvet in that little boy's smile. Black velvet in that slow southern style. A new religion that'll bring you to your knees. Black velvet, if you please. Up in Memphis, the music's like a heat wave. White lightning bound to drive you wild. Mama's baby's in the heart of every schoolgirl. Love me tender's got him crying in the aisle. The way he moved it was a sin, so sweet and true. Always wanting more, he'd leave you longing for. Black velvet in that little boy's smile. Black velvet in that slow southern style. A new religion that'll bring you to your knees. Black velvet, if you please. Every word of every song that he sang was for you. In a flash he was gone, it happened so soon. What could you even do? Black velvet in that little boy's smile. Black velvet with that slow southern style. A new religion that'll bring you to your knees. Black velvet, if you please. Black velvet in that little boy's smile. Black velvet with that slow southern style. A new religion that'll bring you to your knees. Black velvet, if you please. If you please. If you please. And you know, I just found out like a year ago that song's about Elvis. What's wrong with me? Maybe I really have been living in a cave.
I mean, I do please. I freaking do please. That was so amazing. And
it's cool when you see somebody do karaoke. Hey, I'm not on mute, by the way. Hey, it's cool when you see somebody do karaoke and they have the ability to make the song their own without changing the song up. You know, like I don't like if somebody gets up there and Counting Crows is my if they're up there and they're singing it like way different than it goes, just to show off their vocal prowess. But when somebody can sing the song and actually sing it the way that it goes, but also make it their own, like that's when the room gets up and starts standing on tables and shit. Beers get spilled.
Yeah, I agree. And that's my favorite thing about karaoke too. It's not just like the phenomenal vocal performance. Like, nobody wants to go to karaoke and just watch that one person who's like they're a freaking 11,
right?
And they're just sitting there in the corner, singing and like not moving. Nobody wants that. Everyone wants the power, the energy. Presence. I love this song. Why do you love that song? Let me tell you.
Hey, here's a question: have any of you guys ever been on a Disney cruise?
No, I'm like, actually, there's a brand new cruise ship for Disney that's coming out, and I'm dying to go because I'm a Disney guy.
When you go on a Disney cruise, if you go to karaoke, they actually have plants. This is true. They actually have like kids that come off Broadway, and their job is to go in there and sign up and just nail it,
rush it,
right, and just crush. And so every fifth or seventh or eighth person that gets up there, you're just like, what am I watching right now? But you'll see them there at karaoke every time.
So Joe and I hosted in Orlando last year. We hosted this huge karaoke party with like 300 people at Howl at the Moon with like live. It's like on stage,
live music,
band, and like you just you get up to the mic and the band will play all the music. And like right before that, we went to pregame the day before at this random bar in Orlando.
Karaoke.
It's dive bar, and it was the Disney cast members go there for karaoke.
So we didn't know.
We had no idea. It was the coolest thing ever because they had a whole table. So I'm a Disney karaoke guy. I sing a lot of Disney songs, and it's not about the talent. It's just about like you said, the presence, and like I love this, and they caught it, and they're like going nuts at their table, and they're getting up there, and they're like belong in movies, and it was so good.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's cool when we did this with the we were in, I guess we were in Boston, and the cast from that Clueless came into the bar that we were in afterwards, like after our show and it's after their show. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and it's just like a bunch of people, rock bands and Broadway people that could slay karaoke, and nobody had their phones out, and it was just it was just cool.
You're just in it.
Yeah, totally.
You know, I thought speaking of song, and they all clapped for me. They were all impressed with my song, so I was happy with that.
You did Mr. Brightside. You killed that. You killed it.
I had no clue that I'm from Memphis, but I had no clue that Black Velvet was about Elvis. Is that actually true?
Yeah, it's actually about Black Velvet paintings of Elvis. That's what
that makes sense. Yeah, like the things you get at the trades day, at the flea market or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's about his like untimely death and all that kind of stuff, you know?
No kidding.
Yeah.
I know he had an untimely death, but I mean, everyone saw that coming.
Do we all? Right. Amber, thoughts?
Kara was a whole vibe.
Yeah.
She was a whole vibe.
Yeah.
All of it.
All that and the bag of chips.
I was enchanted.
Oh my God, we're back to Disney.
Enchanted.
Oh, so there's something about Disney. Something about Disney. I thought of it and then I forgot about it, and now I remembered it again. So I'm super excited. So each of you, if you could revoice one character in a Disney movie with the songs and everything, but you get to pick which character in which Disney movie, animated movie, would you revoice? Which one would it be? And I'm going to start with Amber.
Ursula, Little Mermaid.
Oh, I love that. Oh my God. So one of my go-to karaoke songs is "Poor Unfortunate Souls." We got to duet it. I'll be Ariel. It's all good. You rock it.
Yes. Yeah, I played Ursula in high school production of Little Mermaid, and it's like my favorite role ever. Yeah.
I'm gonna find where people from your school are, and then I'm going to find who has videos, and this is gonna be
Look at
awesome.
the yearbook. Don't worry.
Oh dear God. Okay.
Best Sea Witch, Amber Smith. Jarrett, who would you be?
Let me preface this by saying I got the audition. I'm a voice actor. I do Chuck E. Cheese, and I was on Phineas and Ferb for 9 years and all that. So it's
Wow.
been on a bunch of stuff that you guys know. I do a bunch of commercials at Christmas that you guys hear, but I got the audition for the new Scooby-Doo, and I actually turned it down because I didn't think it should change. I thought that they should get a sound alike like they do for Tony the Tiger. And so so many of those, like, Lucky the cereal, not just the cereal people, but those are recognizable voices. I turned down the audition.
Wait, who was it?
I was auditioning for Scooby.
No way.
Yeah, and I turned it down. So they actually came back to me and asked me if I would want to audition for Shaggy. I lost an agent over this, by the way. So, but that being said, I would absolutely kill the voice of Nemo's dad on Finding Nemo. That would
be so awesome.
Let's hear it.
I would just his pacing and just the way that he is and everything's so frantic all the time. I would just I would murder that role.
Nice.
That makes me smile.
All right, Marty.
And on the
What'd you
outside,
do?
Marty.
I'm actually a voice actor too. That's crazy that he. I didn't know it. That's amazing. He's way better than me. But I was actually the voice of. Believe it or not, this country voice was the voice of a "Come to Sacramento" commercial. Can you believe that? I was like, I don't know why.
So can you tell me why I should come to Sacramento in the voice?
I can't even remember, but I did make it less southern, less country as best I could. But I actually, you asked about Disney. I did a impression. I've always done an impression with my girls of Mufasa, and I did it. We did it in a TikTok video, just playing around, and apparently did it so well that people got on there and said, "This ain't really him. He's just using the sound." So I always go to them. I'll say their name, but I'm gonna say Simba. Simba, you deliberately disobeyed me. Right? How close is that?
That's really good.
Man.
Yeah.
You got the
Hold
James
your
Earl
signs
Jones
up.
going.
Jared, you have to say that.
No. Oh, I have to. No, I have a high voice. You have that cool girthy thing, man. I don't have that.
Yeah.
They're not going to cast Jared as James
Good
Earl
way to
Jones.
put it.
I was made fun
Girthy.
of my entire life. I was made fun of by how high my voice is, and now I make way more than all the people that made.
I was gonna say now it's your moneymaker.
Yeah.
Love that for you.
Look at my guitars. How many do you have?
Yeah, look at them. How much money's on that wall right now? How much money?
It's not as much as you think, but it's a lot of these. A lot of these are just like this is a parts
150.
caster. It's not an actual Tom DeLonge. Like a lot of these are just like parts that I got made into guitars because I wanted a particular sound in here, but I didn't want to go and buy all of the. It's like to buy. I have 2 Gretches over there, and I can't afford to buy 2 Gretches, so I just had them. I put them together like a funny car.
Yeah,
cool. I love it.
I really believe you're rich and you're just trying to be modest, but that's cool.
Hey,
plays well.
Let's go.
Go look at my tour schedule. If I was rich, I would not be doing that. I'm 52 years old.
There you go.
7 nights in a row.
We got to move along to hit the numbers.
Real quick, let me get my Disney character in that I would be.
Please.
Go ahead.
Because I look a lot like him. I think I look pretty close. Where our resemblance is very similar, and I'm definitely a ladies' man like him. Gaston would be the one.
Yeah, nice. That's such
Oh, Gaston.
How many eggs do you eat every day, though?
Yeah, we look so similar. So
I mean, dead on.
You eat at least 4 dozen eggs a day?
As a
when you were a man?
specimen, yes, I'm intimidating.
that's beautiful. I wish I knew the song so I could sing it with you right now.
I heard no one spits like Gaston. Also,
No one.
No one spits like Gaston.
I want to get like a group
No
song
one bites
going at
like
some
Gaston.
point.
In a wrestling match, nobody fights like Gaston.
Did you hear what's his name?
So
Josh
good,
Gad
dude.
doing that? He did such a good job on that song.
Yeah.
Josh Gad's the
man.
best.
Yeah, he
Josh
really
Gad is like one of those guys that like when I was really into the business and like trying to audition, I would be up against Jack Black or Charlie Day or him. And it's so silly. Like, why am I doing this? I'm never going to beat these guys.
I like to close my eyes and think about what it
All
was
right,
like
we're
when
gonna be
someone
so
does
overtime.
come.
It's not even funny. We gotta play the next song.
What
Coming up next.
What happens if we're overtime? Is it bad?
Nothing. We make you
No,
stick around
nothing.
for longer.
We're actually
that's-
we're trying to accommodate your schedule.
I restocked beers. We're good.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
I don't know
Miller
about
Lite.
Amber
We're good.
and Marty Ray though. Amber just made
I got a
Amber?
3-year-old, y'all.
I'm
Oh,
good.
Amber has a
I'm
3-year-old.
good.
Let's go.
All right, let's
All
play the
right,
next song.
so moving along, just to recap, that was Kara Gregory with Black Velvet, a little Alana Miles, and absolutely amazing. Thank you, Kara, and welcome to the finals. Coming up next, we have Lose Control. No, it's not Eminem. That would be fucking awesome.
That would be sick.
Actually, it's Lose Yourself, not Lose Control, but it's Lose Control by Teddy Swims, and it's going to be Steven Strong, a relatively new member of the Friday Night Karaoke community. I don't think I've ever actually heard any songs prior to this, or very few songs prior to this. So I love it when a new member makes it through competitions and kind of gets on our radar. Nothing brings us more joy than finding someone who discovered the group and jumped in, and we got them on the podcast or got them wherever.
And it happens a lot, dude. It happens a lot.
It happens.
I love
all the
it.
freaking time. So it's gonna be Steven Strong with Lose Control by Teddy Swims. Let's give it a listen.
Something's got a hold of me lately. No, I don't know myself anymore. Feels like the walls are all closing in, and the devil's knocking at my door. Oh, out of my mind, how many times did I tell you I'm no good at being alone? Yeah, it's taking a toll on me. Try my best to keep from tearing the skin off my bones. Don't you know I lose control when you're not next to me? I'm falling apart right in front of you. Can't you see? I lose control when you're not next to me. Yeah, you're breaking my heart, baby. You make a mess of me. Problematic. Problem is I want your body like a fiend, like a bad habit. Bad habits ought to break when I'm with you. Yeah, I know I could do it on my own, but I want that real full moon black magic, and it takes two. Problematic. Problem is when I'm with you, I'm an addict, and I need some release. My skin in your teeth, can't see the forest through the trees. Got me down on my knees, darling, please. How I lose control when you're not next to me. I'm falling apart right in front of you. Can't you see? I lose control when you're not next to me. Yeah, you're breaking my heart, baby. You make a mess of me. I lose control when you're not here with me. I'm falling apart right in front of you. Can't you see? I lose control when you're not here with me. Yeah, you're breaking my heart, baby. You make a mess of me.
Oh my god.
That just happened. That just happened, guys.
Oh,
I don't know how we're supposed to do this. Like,
I
how
know.
are we supposed to do this? Because
I don't know.
To quote Amber from earlier, that is not the voice I expected to come out of that man. When we sat there, I thought, oh, okay, he's gonna do, one of the new country. He's gonna do a Hardy song or something. You know what I mean? And then, holy shnikes, was that insane?
Woo! I didn't have words. I was wow.
The talent in this community is out of control.
I was rocking the entire time. Just wow, that was amazing.
Yes. Wow. Stephen Strong, if you're watching, Jarrett Reddick said you're amazing.
Stephen Strong, that was a very strong vocal performance.
That was strong.
There, I see.
Very good.
There.
Very
So
impressive.
again, Stephen Strong, Lose Control, Teddy Swims, and just a mind-blowing performance. And just a quick note for everyone else who's watching, if you'll notice during the songs, we're putting up your comments on the actual stream, so make sure you're
nice job with that.
engaging in the, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or wherever you happen to be. We're streaming to all the different platforms and we're pulling them all in here, so throw those comments in there, share it around, and we are featuring your comments. So,
and by the way, this is probably a good time to mention that this is also a podcast. We are like a top 10 music podcast on Apple.
Yeah, top 10 in the US and in
number
Canada.
one music podcast on Apple for
over a
so long.
year.
It's been amazing.
Yeah,
I love it.
Year,
So
we've
if
been
you hear
brag
this
right there.
after this
I
live
love all these
performance,
slight flexes going on.
I know.
Podcast with
Number one
everybody
music
here,
podcast on Apple, right? But
Mike,
after this,
I'm the best at what I do. Like,
I gotta tap Mike I gotta pat you on the back, because I used to, when we did the movies podcast back in the day,
Sure.
I drove the ship, and so I produced it while I was doing it, and you've hit like one wrong button the entire time. It is not easy to do, man.
It sucks. It super sucks, dude.
It looks great, man. You're doing a great job.
Right?
Thanks. I'm trying, man. It's gonna get worse as the night goes on. Oh wait, hold on.
Not make it
As the
better.
morning goes on, it's 9:52 a.m. over here.
By the way, that's my favorite part. Mike's been drinking for breakfast.
Oh yeah, it
My
happens.
wife
at
is like
festival shows
right
sometimes.
here, just like staring at me, like. Okay, she's running away. she's like,
What,
leave me out of it.
Marty Ray, what did you think?
I got pregnant when he was singing.
Yep.
Me too.
Yeah. You too, Amber?
Me too. It might be.
You got another kid on the way?
He has
Yeah.
a 3-year-old and one on the way.
Yeah.
Steven,
So-
you got some work ahead of you, buddy. you
Steven's
got
got
some
some,
responsibilities.
I know.
Steven's got some child support coming his
You're
way
gonna
for
have
2
to-
children
yeah.
now.
That judge is going to be
No,
real
he's
confused.
gonna be in both of your lives. You're good.
Right.
Amen.
I'm gonna send him a bill for the doctor's situation.
He's made a commitment. As long as you sing with him, you're good.
So good, man. That was
So again,
All right.
yeah.
Who's
Steven Strong,
next?
Lose Control, Teddy Swims, and phenomenal in every possible way.
That was phenomenal.
Right.
Yeah, I noticed you threw a video in here, Joe. I don't know when you want to play it, but I kind of want to play it now.
Do it. Wait, what?
You threw a video in here in the of a awesome artist who was calling out Friday Night Karaoke at some point. You know what? We'll do it after this next song. I'll throw it in
Okay.
there.
All right. After the
yeah.
next one.
It's
know
a
what you're-
really fresh video, if you know what I'm talking about.
Let's do.
All right.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's in there. So you know what? I'll play
No,
it after
don't
this
do
next
it.
song.
All right, go.
Yep, I'm gonna. So coming up next, we have a little Edge of 17, some Stevie Nicks. It's this is a classic song for karaoke. You hear it, quite often more down south than up here. Well, definitely not in Japan, but definitely more down south than in like New York. But you hear this all the time, and it's gonna be this member of Friday Night Karaoke that kind of came onto the scene super strong. She only recently got Smule so that she could literally got the setup and got Smule and everything just so that she could participate with other members and join those collaborations. One of the things that makes Friday Night Karaoke so phenomenal is not just the negativity free and the just the love that everybody shares throughout this, but it's the collaborations. That's one of my favorite things. It's jumping into Smule or Star Maker. Usually it's Smule, and joining someone else's song. Someone can open up a song and sing a part of it or the whole song, and then you can sing part 2 or part 3, or you can sing over. And sometimes we get 2 people singing. Sometimes we'll get 8 people singing. Friday Night Collabs is a group within Friday Night Karaoke that puts these big group songs together all the time, and then there's other groups like that within the group. So that's my favorite thing. I absolutely love it when that happens. I also love when people record multiple versions of themselves. Like the longest time they might record all the different parts and then bring it all together. When they do that, it's like it blows my mind. I don't know how people do that. But yeah, coming up next, this is Mimi Walt, and she'll be singing Edge of 17, a little Stevie Nicks. Give it a listen.
Just like a white-winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Just like a white-winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing. Ooh, baby, ooh, say ooh. And the days go by like string in the wind, and the whereabout is moan. I'll begin again. Said to my friend, baby, nothing else matters. He was no more than a baby thing. Well, he seemed broken hearted, something within him. But a moment, that first day, I saw him alone on the edge of 17. Just like a white-winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing. Say ooh, baby, ooh, say ooh. Just like a white-winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing. Say ooh, baby, ooh, say ooh. Well, I went today, maybe I won't go again tomorrow. Yeah, yeah, well, the music there, well, it was hauntingly familiar. When I see you doing what I try to do for me, a voice from a poet and a voice from a poet and a melody, nothing else matters. Just like a white-winged dove sings a song, sound like she's singing. Say ooh, baby, ooh, say ooh. Just like a white-winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing. Say ooh, baby, ooh, say ooh. The clouds never expected when it rains, but I see changes color, but I see does not change. So in the small, graceful flow of age, I went forth with an angel desire to please on the edge of 17. Just like a white-winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing. Ooh, baby, ooh, say ooh. Just like a white-winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing. Ooh, baby, ooh, say ooh. And then suddenly there was no one left standing in the hall. Yeah, yeah, when light of Jesus, that no one really ever heard fall at all. Well, when such a
I said who. I said who. I said who.
You know who.
Say it again. Who.
Mimi, well, that was freaking phenomenal.
I got to unmute Jarrett for him.
Yeah, Jarrett again with the mute
I got you.
button.
I unmuted you. Oh, no, I didn't. You're muted. Maybe you unmuted yourself.
I
No,
got
you're
it.
muted.
Now, the thing, I got a cough, and I'm trying not to be an asshole, but so anyway, I just have to say I'm blown away by a few of these singers. All of these singers are so amazing, but the control that a few of them have is like beyond, honestly, what professionals have. Like, I'm telling you right now, like, I listen to people sing every day that don't have the kind of control that, say, a Mimi has. I mean, like, just in and out of those notes. And again, we talk breathing. She obviously has that down, whether she knows it or not. I mean, it was just, that was awesome. Very, very good performance.
Whoa, what a freaking review. Wow. Yeah, breathing's really hard. I think it's like one of the most overlooked things I imagine in professional singing, but just speaking for myself in karaoke, it is easily the most one of the hardest things to get over. Even recording my own songs like for Smule or whatever, and I have to do like 5,000 takes, not because I'm not hitting what I want to hit or doing it the way I want, but because I lose, like, I'm just
Yeah,
I just can't do it.
I was really lucky. I'm a theater kid, so I actually learned how to breathe in theater. So that's like there's a whole thing, because what happens if you get thrown onto a stage that you're not comfortable on, immediately you start breathing differently.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what happens when you hear people on like talk shows for the first time, and you hear a band. If you go back and listen to bands that are on the Tonight Show for the very first time, whatever, and it's their first experience with that, including mine, Girl, the Bad Guys on the Tonight Show. I did not use the knowledge that I knew. It's just so hard. But yeah, it's and karaoke is one of those things too. Like what I tell my wife all the time: stop dancing around. You're gonna lose your breath. Like, and that's gonna affect your performance. Just stand there and sing a song.
Yeah, it's actually a hard part. Like I'm sitting all the time, so right now because of my leg, and it makes a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got open.
Really does.
Amber, Marty, thoughts on the song?
Thoughts on performance. Mimi came and gave it when it comes to performance. She was one of the only ones who had a real mic too. Like the performance, I was into it with her.
Yeah, she, maybe she'll get a realer mic.
Maybe. We'll see.
That looked like a Shure mic she was using as well.
Oh,
Maybe it didn't have the logo.
Maybe, yeah. I'm
saw
sure
a
it's
little
really
S
good about
on
putting
it.
their stuff. Yeah, they're really good at promoting themselves.
Yeah.
No one's like, what mic is that? It's like,
Sure.
They are tonight.
She didn't have a beard, so what'd you think?
Well, there is some points deducted for that, But I think I saw, as she was singing, the energy was so hot in there. I think I saw a few beard hairs prick out. You know what I mean? So I was like, wow, this is amazing. She's actually growing a beard before our eyes with that energy.
By the end of the
That's how I
song.
grow this one. Yeah, that's the secret.
Eating onions. It puts hair on your chest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love it.
It was amazing.
Mimi
The
Wall
energy,
again.
crazy.
That was great.
Yeah.
Great.
Absolutely. Edge of 17. It's a long song too. It's like 5 minutes and 20 seconds long. It's like not easy to do those long ones. Like if you're singing like Bohemian Rhapsody and it's
That
really
was
not
a
hard.
long song.
Can I just say this though? Like, this is one of those times where for the first time, I'm 52 years old, and now I know the name of that song. I swear to God, I thought that song was called White Winged Dove. I don't know.
That's what Joe said. Joe's like White Winged Dove.
You were like Edge of 17. You're like, and you hear this at karaoke all the time, and I'm like, do we? Like, there's a Stevie Nicks song that besides like this one and the other three that we hear at karaoke all the time. And
Jared,
sure enough,
do you do regular karaoke? You go to karaoke a lot?
I love to go to karaoke. When I go to karaoke, though, I sing 80s metal. So I'll do like I do Skid Row and Whitesnake, Bon Jovi, like that kind of stuff. Because
they have Skid Row just dialed up for you.
Yeah, I'm an 80s kid, and I can do like the whole metal thing. And so that's my go-to. Usually I open up with I Believe in a Thing Called Love by The Darkness to warm up.
Oh my God.
I heard someone do that an octave higher, and like he watched it and he was like, blown away. He's like, "This is the best thing I've ever heard in my life." Like, and she nailed it an octave higher. Like, how do you do
Wow.
that an octave higher?
And that's already like six octaves
Yeah,
above where I could sing. So
It's up there. It's up there. for sure.
Do you get
But-
that high when you
Oh
sing?
yeah.
Can you? Yeah, no, you're sick. You're sick.
No,
I
he's
could
sick.
try,
No, I don't know.
I could probably get though. It's that thing at the end. I believe in a thing called love. Oh! It's that thing.
That was
No.
sick.
Oh, I'm
Oh my
pregnant.
god, dude!
And
That
that's
was
and
sick, no pun intended.
I swear I went to the doctor today because I'm sick. Thank you, buddy.
I've never heard that song. That's out of my
What?
forte. Skid Row.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's all.
Dude, you gotta download
It's
that.
kind
One. It's
of
a great one.
It's kind of an oxymoron to have a band called Darkness and a song called I believe in a thing called Love. Sounds
It
like
or is it?
Yeah, I mean, love's pretty dark, man.
Yeah.
I've been married for 14 years. It's dark as shit.
Wow, with your wife sitting right there, you drank. You got.
I know she keeps walking right behind you, dude. Don't say
Yeah.
that.
She knows.
He drunk.
Like this. She's like,
He's so drunk. You're getting in trouble, Mike.
yeah. She's plotting right now.
Yeah, see that couch behind you? That's where you're sleeping tonight.
Looks
I
like a
slept there last
suitcase.
night.
She's packing a suitcase back there.
Maybe
mine.
Mike, maybe you're not living in Japan for the rest of your life.
No,
We'll
and
see
you guys
you.
got
We'll
a
see you back
couch?
home.
All right. I got a spare couch. Don't worry, I got you.
Jerry, if we go to karaoke and you end up doing like songs like Dead or Alive, I just want to be the guy in the background who's like, "Whoa!"
Oh yeah, totally. Like I
all I want.
please, because it's always the karaoke guy that tries to do that. Can we talk about that for a sec?
Yeah, you know what? We can.
Let's
It
talk
hasn't talked about enough.
Amber, I know you got a 3-year-old, and I'm trying, but my pet peeve is when they have like 40 signups, but the guy that works there keeps doing songs like every fourth or fifth song. Like,
Yeah.
stop
that
doing
shit.
Stop.
I
Your,
hate that.
your job is to keep it going. We're keeping it going. Like
Yeah.
Stop.
He
You
should only
get
jump on when there's
paid.
no songs. When there's
Yeah.
no
Sing
songs.
that first couple of songs to get everyone going at 8
Yeah.
o'clock, and then
Yeah.
get off the stage.
Get on, and
Right,
that's
and then
just it, right? We
Run
don't-
around, grab people's hands with your wireless
That's
mic,
it.
grab their hands and get them to sing with you. I mean, that's a KJ, not just they're not a DJ. They're not supposed to be
I
up there just
hate
like
it.
doing whatever.
I
Supposed
hate
to
it.
get the-
I got
That's
kicked out of a. I was at a bachelorette party, and here's why I got to go. It was two lesbians getting married, and I was a significant other, and I can't help it that I'm a man. So I got to go to this bachelorette party, right? And I went up to the karaoke guy, and they kept like putting on wigs and the place was packed, and I was just like, hey. Nobody wants to hear you anymore. Like, I mean, I don't mean to be rude. I know it's your job, but like all these people want to sing. And he had me removed from the place.
Oh,
Really? You got-
I was actually
Yeah.
when I was 17, no 18. It was I think 18 around there. I was a flower girl at a punk rock lesbian wedding. And I was
See?
wearing like fishnets and like tall Doc Martens and like a little halter top.
There you go.
Yes, flower girl Mike. Yeah.
I have the picture.
It does make the best flower girl.
I was
Yes.
in like really good shape back then, so like I was allowed to be.
Me and Marty Ray have
Hey, Queen.
me and Marty Ray have a new company where we will be the flower girl at your wedding.
Slay Queen.
Can I be the ring bearer then?
Yes.
Yes, 100%.
With a little tux
All
on.
right.
I'm not cheap. I am not cheap either.
Of course
So
not.
I know Ember has to go soon, so I want to move along at least to get to the scoring part. And then we can keep
do it.
talking after if Ember needs to bounce.
Sounds great.
So 2 more songs.
Yep.
We've had 5 amazing ones so far. Coming up next, or actually just going back, that was Mimi Walt with Edge of 17, Stevie Nicks, and wow. So coming up next, we have a little sand in my boots. It's gonna be some Morgan Whalen. This is right up your alley, Mr. Country.
Oh, Waylon.
or
It's Wallen.
Mr.'s
Yeah.
country.
Wallen.
Mr.'s.
Whalen. See, I'm not a country guy, so I don't know any
I
of that.
see.
You're like,
You
your
can
New York
tell.
is showing, Mike. Well, I mean, I
This
grew
guy,
up like
this guy owns country radio right now, man. He's
Morgan
it's-
Wallen.
yeah, it's a crazy tale.
So it's gonna
Yeah,
be a little
big time.
sand in my boots. And this member, this is Dale Thomas Baird, and he has a 2-person stage show, and he goes by the stage name Chocolate.
right.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I forgot the other guy's name. It actually went together. I mean, it's like Reese's and
Vanilla,
chocolate, or,
I'm guessing.
peanut butter and
Peanut butter?
chocolate or something.
Yeah,
I don't
peanut
know.
butter.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
I don't actually
something.
know what it is, but yeah, he goes by Chocolate. Anyway, this is Dale Thomas Beard with Sand in My Boots from Morgan Wallen. Let's give it a listen.
She asked me where I was from. I said somewhere you never been to. Little town outside Knoxville, hidden by some dogwood trees. She tried talking with my accent. We held hands and waded into that blue water. She left her flip-flops by my Red Wings on the beach. Yeah, but now I'm dodging potholes in my sunburned Silverado, like a hard-broke desperado, heading right back to my roots. Something about the way she kissed me told me she loves Eastern Tennessee. Yeah, but all I brought back with me was some sand in my boots. I said, let's go shoot tequila. So we walked back to that beach bar. She said, don't cowboys drink whiskey? So we drank bottom shelf. She said, damn, this sky looks perfect. I said, girl, you never seen stars like the ones back home. And she said, maybe I should see them for myself. Yeah, but now I'm dodging potholes in my sunburned Silverado, like a hard-broke desperado, heading right back to my roots. Something about the way she kissed me told me she loves Eastern Tennessee. Yeah, but all I brought back with me was some sand in my boots. I said, meet me in the morning. And she told me I was crazy. Yeah, but I still thought that maybe she'd show up. Yeah, but now I'm dodging potholes in my sunburned Silverado, like a hard-broke desperado, heading right back to my roots. Something about the way she kissed me told me she loves Eastern Tennessee. Yeah, but all I brought back with me was some sand in my boots. Yeah, but all I brought back with me was some sand in my boots.
Now I'm dodging potholes in my sunburned Silverado. Yeah. Come on now.
I don't know who
Wow.
the daddy is. I've been pregnant so many times today.
You're having triplets,
Well, it ain't
buddy.
me. Well, it ain't me. It wasn't me.
me.
I mean, when she call me red-handed, creeping with the girl next door.
Next though.
Anyway.
That wasn't me. I do a mean Shaggy. That's like one of my go-tos. Like I nail Shaggy.
Oh, brilliant.
It's so great. I do
Let's
both
hear
parts.
it. A
off
little
it.
bit of rap,
But anyway,
a little bit of a Shaggy right now.
all right.
All right, so obviously Dale gets extra points for having the beard from you, Marty. We know this right now. But all right.
Wow, Joe just cut you off, Mike.
I was gonna sing a little bit of Angel. He asked me to sing some Shaggy. I was gonna do it, and you.
No,
cut
you
me
weren't.
off.
Wait, I didn't hear that
He
at
said,
all.
no, thank you. That was
No,
so hard.
no, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna back that up. Do it.
All right. Life is one party when you're still young, but who's gonna have your back when it's all done? It's all good when you're little, you have your fun. Can be a fool, son. What about the long run?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's better when I'm in
It
it.
was nice.
It is. It's
That was
better
so
when you're at a
nice.
karaoke bar in Kuala Lumpur.
Better when
I'll
I'm in
tell
the
you
karaoke bar, everyone's drinking, and I'm hearing the music, and I'm into it. But I'm not a singer, but I love it anyway.
Sounded good, Mike.
But anyway,
I mean,
Dale,
it sounded
that. I
real
like
good.
that.
I really want to be your hype man one day on stage, Mike.
We did Top of the Pops
I just want to be
with
your hype man. Like all the ad libs while you're performing.
I
did,
know.
There's this big show in Europe called Top of the Pops. It's not there anymore, but we've done it we did it a few times. One time we did it with Shaggy, and this is a true story. He was doing a sound check and he was like, hey, can I get the monitor up just a little bit up front? That'd be great. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Irie. And then he just goes, and it was like, what the fuck just happened? 3 people just talked to the microphone.
That's crazy.
The dude's an artist. He's through and through.
Well, let's talk about this last singer, Dale Thomas Beard, or Chocolate, as he's known.
Let's call him Chocolate for the remainder of the podcast.
Chocolate.
Well, no, it's called wait, someone just said it. It was like chocolate snow. It's called chocolate snow.
I like that. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Right.
Chocolate rain.
Chocolate.
I mean, I know you have to stay away from yellow snow, so chocolate snow sounds worse.
I thought
it's fine. I'm sure.
I thought his voice was really good. I thought it got better as the song went on, and I mean, I thought it was really good. I don't know that song. I actually really liked the song a lot. The melody seemed super familiar to me, even though I've never heard it. And I thought he did a really good job.
I love when a song, just any song, when they hit a point in the song where they can just let loose.
Yeah.
So they're just singing whatever, and then he gets to that part where he's like, "In Eastern Tennessee." And I was like, yeah.
Who's comfortable at that point?
I mean, and that happens for us too. I would say, Marty Ray, right? I mean, there's points where like
100%.
sometimes on a night where you're doing 1 song or 2 songs at a radio thing or whatever, and then there's one point in the song where it just like you feel your throat just go, oh, and you just go, okay, here we go, and you just and it just and I look at my tour manager and he like his eyes light up and I go, okay, I did it.
Yeah. Like the light shines on you, like the crowd parts. You see your tour manager in the back, and he's just like,
yeah. When you're
look at the crowd and you go, I'm willing to risk it all right now. I've had those moments many times. Yeah.
I felt like Dale did that
for me.
Yeah, I felt like Dale did that halfway through this song.
That's great.
Amber, what
else went on?
I was gonna say he gives me warm and fuzzy. Someone in the comments said that was so heartfelt, and I felt that. Like it was really heartfelt. Gave me the warm and fuzzies. Mm-hmm.
Dale Thomas Beard. Thank you. A little sand in my boots. I had never heard that song either before this competition.
Nice
that's actually one of the things I love about running the community here. I learn and discover so many songs. One of the biggest problems in music is always going to be discoverability. It's always going to be like, it's just one of those things, Smule and stuff like that. If you're into karaoke, kind of help. If you're on Spotify, they have like the AI, and a lot of these things are doing like these AI DJs and stuff, and that helps. But there's just so many songs and so many artists and so many amazing ones that no one's ever freaking heard of. So just getting to a point where you can hear them, and I like the idea of through karaoke discovering songs, because this is something that's been vetted. Someone thought it was good enough to go and sing it again. Like they're like, this is something I want to put forward to everyone else. I heard it, I love it, I connect to it, and now everybody needs to hear it. So that's a good recommendation to me. That's like, all right, well, I should probably listen to this because this guy out there did the homework.
Honestly, I thought I knew a lot of music until we started FNK. Once I started hearing some of these songs, and I'm like, holy shit, that's amazing. It's really opened my mind to just a ton of different songs. Different genres, different artists that I've never even heard of. Yeah. It's been amazing.
Am I the only one that didn't put it together that it was FNK?
FNK.
Yeah. FNK, yeah, it's FNK. FN karaoke.
Yeah.
So good.
You're not
There's a comment in there somewhere. There's an apostrophe somewhere in the.
I had no idea.
I thought it was abbreviated something. I don't know.
Yeah. I do want to just real quick.
Karaoke.
FNK.
Fun night of karaoke. We can go all day on this one. The more I drink, the more fun it's going to get.
I agree. We get Amber out of here. I have to pee, and then I'm yours as long as you want to pee.
All right, we're gonna have some fun then. I can't freaking wait. So I do want to call this out real quick. Starting at 10 p.m. Eastern, so in 40 minutes, we have the Friday Night Karaoke Behind the Filters live stream coming up. Maria Mars Cross and a bunch of members of the Friday Night Karaoke community will be live streaming and playing a whole bunch of songs. They do this every week or every 2 weeks, and it's a really cool time for anyone that wants to join. Just stay in the group. We'll probably go right until 10, and then you can jump into theirs. So anyway, just join it. It's going to be awesome. So let's move along real quick and get to the last song. We can do scoring. And
wow,
Amber, thanks for sticking it out. I know we're 20 minutes over
thank you
time.
so much.
So,
Thank you, Amber.
tell your 3-year-old that we're going to give her him. Yeah, we're going to give him. I remembered. Yay.
We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him an FNK.
We're going to get him a Starbucks gift card.
He wants a free oven mitt.
A free oven mitt. Okay, yeah. Honestly,
Right.
he would probably love that. Honestly, they like really strange things. So
Yeah, we're gonna give him something loud, like some
Very
sort of drum
into it.
set to play.
They don't need anything. My son, my 3-year-old or 4-year-old, I never know how old they are anymore. All he needs is cardboard boxes and duct tape.
Yeah.
And he's good. And scissors.
Yeah.
Six
He's
rolls of
good.
duct tape, 2
Go
cardboard
for it.
boxes, and a
What?
drum set. We're sending it
Yeah.
your
He'll
way.
sit there for like 2 hours making something awesome. And I look at it, I'm like, you're so cool.
Love it.
Right, the oven mitt will probably be like a monster. Like it'll be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
it's
All
always
kinds,
in
and
duct
you
tape.
see the
It's fine.
imagination, like you just see it, like you see like what's in their head, and they just make it, and you're like,
All right.
that's my son.
Next
So
song,
the
dude.
final song of the Friday Night Karaoke, a podcast and mic drop competition number
A
3.
top podcast.
By the way, cardboard boxes and duct tape is a good name for a country song.
It is.
Yeah,
And whiskey.
should
Cardboard
write that.
boxes, duct tape, and whiskey.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna write the shit out of that.
A
Oh
whole
my God.
mixtape, really.
This is
Cardboard tape,
inspirational.
cardboard boxes and duct tape.
A whole
Yeah.
EP.
I mean, it's
It
gonna be a
like
cool name for a
kidnappings and
podcast
stuff
too.
happen, but you know, I don't know. We'll make it family friendly. All right, let's go.
Final song of the podcast and competition is going to be. I grew up with this stuff. You know, I was born in 1981, and I identify with 80s and 90s songs the most. You know, that's like the things that really get me going. And this was one of the jams back in the day. This is Natalie Imbruglia. Is I say it correctly?
Yeah, sure enough.
I think so. Natalie
Nobody can
Imbruglia,
say it
and it's a
for
little
10.
torn.
I can't say it
And
now.
it's gonna be Friday Night Karaoke member Diane Knight, absolutely fucking crushing it. Let's give it a listen.
I thought I saw a man brought to life. He was warm, he came around, he was dignified. He showed me what it was to cry. But you couldn't be that man I adore. You don't seem to know, seem to care what your heart is for. Well, I don't know him anymore. There's nothing where he used to lie. The conversation has run dry, and that's what's going on. Nothing's found on. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I'm cold and I'm ashamed, lying naked on the floor. Illusions never changed into something real. I'm wide awake and I can see the perfect sky is torn. I'm a little late, I'm already torn. So I guess the fortune teller's right. Should've seen just what was there and not some holy light. You crawled beneath my veins and now I don't care, I have no luck. I don't miss it all that much. There's just so many things that I can't touch and torn. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I'm cold and I'm ashamed, lying naked on the floor. Illusion never changed into something real. I'm wide awake and I can see the perfect sky is torn. You're a little late, I'm already torn. Torn. There's nothing where he used to lie. My inspiration has run dry. That's what's going on. Nothing's right, I'm torn. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I'm cold and I am shamed, lying naked on the floor. Illusion never changed into something real. I'm wide awake and I can see the perfect sky. It's torn, I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I'm cold and I am shamed, bound and broken on the floor. You're a little late, I'm already torn. Torn.
I'm torn that this freaking podcast is going to be over soon.
Amazing.
I'm torn that that song is over.
Yeah.
Diane Knight. Wow. Again, Diane Knight with Torn by Natalie Imbruglia, and a little flavor, 90s flavor for y'all. Just awesome.
Yeah,
That was nice.
I think it's hard to sing a song that literally every person in the room knows. Like a lot of times you're up there and you're singing a song that 80% of the people know pretty good, right? But that song everybody knows. And I feel like she really did a good job on that, because there's not one person in the world that doesn't know that song, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that, and so again, we get back into that whole make it your own thing. I think she did a really good job of that.
Yeah.
And make it your own, actually, just kind of following along on that line. And this happens all the time with like every major band. It happens, I'm sure, with Bowling for Soup, and it happens for everybody. Yeah, it's not always your song, but you make it your own, and then it is. Everyone just remembers your version. Like, perfect example, Torn. I'm just looking on the web here. It was originally recorded by Edna Swap in 1995, and then Imbruglia did it, and nobody knows who Edna Swap is, and everybody knows who she is. And that's the version that everybody knows. So,
I mean, Stacy's mom, dude, I had no idea that was not yours.
Well, and pop punk,
it might as well be.
Pop punk fans out there will know that Neck Deep did a version of the song, and they redid the video exactly the way that it was, the way that she did it, and it was a really, really big song for them. So, and a lot of those people are, it gets into that whole thing. Like, again, I'm an '80s kid, and I didn't know that Helter Skelter wasn't a Motley Crue song, and that Radar Love wasn't a White Lion song. I had no idea.
So, Joe, I'm going to surprise you a little bit, but did you know that "Hit Me Baby One More Time" is actually not a Bowling for Soup song? It's actually originally sung by this girl. Her name was, I think, Britney Spears.
She's very good.
And then it was covered by Bowling for Soup, and that's all anybody knows.
Yeah. For her movie, by the way.
For Glee, or no, is it Glee? No, not Glee. Freaky Friday.
No, we didn't really do it for that. We for her movie. We did another song in her movie. Yeah, we did it for Freaky Friday. There's a gold record there somewhere. Oh, it's right up there.
Your gold is showing.
You gotta zoom in on that one. You gotta zoom in on the gold record.
No, it's so round and shiny. just wanna stare at it.
Lots of good comments in the about how great you guys did choosing the finalists or whatever. We didn't get Amber, and we didn't get the other judges.
Let's hear it. Yeah, what do we think of this last song, Amber?
You know this song.
I fucking love that song so much. I sang it with her the entire time. So I loved it. Yes, I loved it. I loved it.
Singing along is great. I just have to make sure like my mic is muted, because I'm just out there like, I'm already so.
Right, I was checking every 5 seconds just to make sure I am muted. Right? Okay, I am muted.
And Mr. Marty, what do you think?
I think she sounded a lot like her, and I thought that was really amazing. She had a beautiful voice, and the eye contact was hypnotizing. Fell slightly in love a little bit. I got to tell my wife about it. So I gotta figure that out.
You can't get pregnant 7 times in one night, though.
I think I'm now having twins, at least.
Yeah.
So, so just real quick before we get into the scoring again, that
somebody
was,
said
Diane
Jarrett
Knight
and Marty are now hashtag Jardy. Wow, that's a nice one.
I like it. It's it's the Jardy. Is it Jardy or is it Yardy? A soft J.
Oh, good question.
Interesting. Now you're
Depends
getting
on where you're
deep.
reading it from the world.
Wow.
In Tennessee, it's Yardy.
He's
Yeah,
a
in
thinker.
Australia, Audie. I mean, you get Chase in here. He can do it. So just some quick facts before we get into the scoring in just 2 seconds. Karaoke, for anyone that does not know, is derived. I live in Japan. It's derived from the words kara, meaning empty, and oke, meaning orchestra. So karaoke literally means empty orchestra. How fucking cool is that?
It's cool.
Wait, can you say it all together in just Japanese?
Karaoke. Yeah, karaoke is how you say it in Japanese. Like not
Really?
karaoke. It's karaoke. Yeah.
Karaoke.
Right.
Yeah. So so it actually means empty orchestra. That's fucking cool. I love word origins and stuff like that. It kind of it's one of those little things that I love, like
That's
amassing
awesome.
those little data.
I had
points
no
and,
idea it had like a translation to anything.
You're out with people and you're like, actually,
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
It
I'm
actually
gonna ruin
makes
everyone's
it easier
buzz.
it makes it easier to spell when you say it in Japanese because the English language sucks so bad.
It really does.
Like when you say it like that, I'm like, oh, okay, now I know how to spell it. Otherwise, I just go Kera. Okay, nope, Kar, and then after that, does the rest for me.
Yeah. So my wife, she speaks English fine. She's lived in the U.S. for 14 years before we moved here, and when she asks me about something that she just doesn't know in English, she'll say it, and then to me, like I get it because she's not learning the basics; she's learning like the more advanced stuff. And I'm like, I don't know, it makes no fucking sense. I don't know why you do it like that. It makes zero sense. Like I don't know why it's spelled like that. It doesn't even sound like that. That letter's not anywhere in that word. So there's that.
Rough like that.
If you need a reason to join Friday Night Karaoke, again, go to the Friday Night Karaoke Facebook group. Type in Friday Night Karaoke. Join the group. It's free and
it is free.
Questions.
It is fun. You don't have to sing, but you should sing. Comment, definitely sing though. I know I contradicted myself, but we want you to sing.
Yeah,
we want you to sing.
I got to guest on like an actual episode one time, and I had the most fun. And it's just so cool that you guys, by the way, just started this Facebook group. You didn't monetize it. You got in there. You started this Facebook group, gave all these people a place to go and feel comfortable singing and getting out there and doing it. And you're so encouraging. And there's so many people that, we had stories of people that got on there that may not have been as comfortable or as good. And 6 months later, they're all of a sudden they're slaying and stuff. And you guys provided that platform for them. So I think you guys can give yourselves a little bit of a pat on the back for that too.
Tell me more about
Oh
me.
yeah.
No, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Joe and I, like, we literally don't do it for anything outside of like, the selfish reason that we love music. And
we just love having an amazing time.
Yeah,
That's
we
our
love when everybody's having fun.
With your 18,000 friends that you've amassed.
You know what? It is crazy because when we started it, it was just me and Mike kind of singing to each other. Like there was nobody here. It was a little awkward. I gotta say.
But you know what? Everyone liked our songs.
Yeah,
all two of us.
No, we would bring people in, and then all of a sudden it just took off, and people loved it, and people radiated towards it, and everyone's having a great time. And 18,000 people now. Fantastic singers, like as we've all heard tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So it's exciting.
And I do want to make a point. If you're not into karaoke, the reason to get into it is singing, especially in group settings like karaoke, releases endorphins, which are brain's feel-good chemicals. And it means that karaoke is not just fun; it's scientifically proven to make you fucking happier.
Mm-hmm.
So fucking
and
sing with
better
us.
looking and younger.
Yeah, exactly.
Unbelievable.
I know it worked for me.
Exactly. Poster child, Marty Ray.
All right,
let's get into scoring.
We better
start voting. All right, so
Ember's gonna stab me in the face.
Voting, Mike. We've pushed the voting.
Yeah, we're about to.
Here. You gotta remember all 7 people.
Listen to her.
Am I talking over you? I don't even know what I'm doing.
Yeah, you are. Go on.
Oh, all right. So why don't you talk?
All right, so we're going to go through each of the 7 singers, and we'll ask you to hold up your cards or your fingers, whichever we want to do, with the score for each of the categories. Emily on our team will go ahead and write those down. She'll just keep it up for like 3 seconds so she can do the quick tally addition or whatever and throw it in there. So let's start off, and if you need a recap, I'll go into this view here. And I'll
do you want to read all the names over again?
We're good. We're good, guys.
Yeah,
we're good.
All right, so
perfect. All right, so let's go through it. Jennifer Adams with "Biscuits" by Casey Musgraves. How are we looking on vocal performance? We have an
We got
8.
an 8.
We have an
And
8.
Another 8. And a
And
6.
we have a 6. All right. Thank you for those. I'm just going to make sure the sheet got updated. We're good. All right.
You got it.
And stage presence. We have a 9.
9. 8.
We have an 8.
And waiting for Marty.
And we have an
An
8.
8.
All right.
9, 8, and 8.
And then finally, we have connection to the song. How did we feel that they connected to that particular song?
Did she connect?
We have a
got
9. Woo!
Another
We have another
9.
9.
And 10.
Wow.
That's a big number.
That's a big no. That's the biggest one.
Considering Marty's top score was 6, that's a big
Right.
number.
That's
Right.
great. Yeah, for the original top score. That's great.
I was happy when
All right.
they said it's a 10.
So that's for a total score of 75. Let's go on. James R. Isaac with The Longest Time.
The
with
Longest
Billy
Time by
Joel.
Billy Joel. Let's hear the score. So first,
Vocal performance. Oh, sorry. I'll let you do this one.
no, you got it. 8.
Vocal performance. We have an 8. We have an
8.
8. And we
And
have a 9.
9.
Woohoo! All right. And then coming up next, we have stage presence. We have an 8. We have an 8.
And
we have
7.
a 7. All right. And then the final is going to be connection
Overall.
to that song. How is he feeling it? We have a 6. We have a 6. We have a 8.
8.
And we have a 10. Oh man.
That's
why I
a
love
good one.
judges. That's why I love like the that's why I love this kind of format. It's great.
Oh yeah, it's multiple
All right.
judges, multiple scores. It is great because it keeps it. You don't want to have like
Yeah, you don't want it to be all the
two
same.
things.
all
You'll
the
never
time.
get
Yeah,
anything.
you
I
need-
love having multiple judges
love
with
it.
multiple scores. Perfect.
and multiple perspectives.
Yeah,
All
different
right,
perspectives
coming
on this.
Yep, we have.
All right, Cara Gregory.
Black Velvet. Alana Miles. Yeah, again, those Black Velvet freaking tapestries.
Black
or
Velvet.
whatever. Yep. Anyway, let's go with vocal performance.
7.
9,
9 and 8.
Woohoo! I love it. This is going to be a really close match here.
Fantastic.
All right, we have stage presence. We
That's
have
a
a
9.
9. We have
That's a 10 and another 10.
Punk rock 10. That's great.
That's a serious
Woo!
kiss 10 right there. That's a kiss
that was
10.
cool.
I'm
That
not
was
sure if that
cool.
counts as 11, but we're gonna
It
call
was
it
a
10.
kiss 10. That was great. And then connection to the song. How are we looking?
9
9,
9. And 10.
10. All right. Wow. Woo. That was 81. That's our current leader. All right.
All right.
Steven
Steven Strong.
Strong with
Lose Control by
Teddy
Teddy Williams.
Teddy Swims.
Teddy Swims. That was a 10. That was a
Vocal
10.
performance.
10's across the
That
board.
was a
Performance.
10.
Our first straight 10 wins.
Wow.
In the 0. Love it.
All
Stage
right.
presence. How are we
Stage
looking?
presence. 10.
10. 7.
7.
And
8.
8. Woo! Woo!
All right. And connection to the song. Total overall, let's hear it. 9. 9. 10.
Woo! It's happening.
All right.
happening.
Our current
was
leader in
83.
the leaderboard there. All
Yeah.
right. We got Mimi Walt with Edge of 17 by Stevie Nicks. We got vocal performance. 9, 10, 7.
I saw you counting the fingers on that one.
I know. I was like,
You're
And
like,
I was like, how do I hold up
carry the
7?
4. I'm like, all right, hold on. All right. We've got stage presence. 10, 9, and 7. All right. And connection to the song, overall performance. We got a 10, a 9, and a 9. All right. Great
awesome.
score.
So awesome.
Dale
And then-
Thomas Bird. All right. Vocal performance. He sang Sand in My Boots. We got an 8. We got a 7. We got a 7.
Woo!
Okay. Stage presence. We got a 6. 6. 9.
Nice.
All right. And connection to the song, overall performance. 8.
Woo!
8.
We got a 10.
10.
Yeah.
All
And then
right.
the final one, Diane Knight.
Diane Knight singing Torn from Natalie Imbruglia. Something. All right. Vocal performance. We got an
We have
8.
an 8.
A 7 and an 8.
All right. All right.
Stage presence. 8. 7 and 9.
Joe with the counting. He's like,
I know.
You throw him up so much.
Really making
I
me
know,
do
I
math
know.
here,
He's like,
I'm
10.
Karaoke math.
No, it's all right.
Karaoke math.
I'm doing my best. I got it.
Sadie, I need you to help
1 second delay,
your
but it
dad
takes me a
count.
second. All right. All right.
You need to help
And
your dad
connection to the song. Overall performance. We got a 9. We got a 9, and we got an 8.
Woo! All
Yeah,
right.
I added that one fast.
All right, so
Mike. Read
I
them
would like
off.
to call out.
Who's got this?
I would like to call out our number 1 and number 2 for the Shure MK7 microphones. Each of these 2 will be winning a Shure MK7 microphone and a signed LP from the entire band of Bowling for Soup. I mean, that is freaking awesome. And then the other finalists will be taking home a $25 Amazon gift card. I'll be reaching out after the show, likely tomorrow, and you'll be getting your emails to send those over. So I'll start with number 2. Number 2 is going to be, drum roll, Kara freaking Gregory, and that's going to be with Black Velvet, Alana Miles. You absolutely crushed that, Kara. Wow, you deserve
All right,
everything.
Kara Gregory. Fantastic.
Let's bring her in.
Yeah, I'd love to. That would have been such a good idea.
No, we don't have any live. We don't have
We don't have anybody queued up.
No.
That's such a good idea for next time, though.
Yeah.
Mic drop
That would
number
be
4. It's coming up. All right, and number 1, without further ado, and without further gilding the lily,
You punk.
it's gonna be Lose Control. Teddy Swims, a little Steven freaking Strong. Way to fucking go. That is the Friday night karaoke mic drop competition number 3 with Jarrett freaking Reddick, Amber Smith, and Marty Ray Project. Wow!
That
was awesome.
fucking awesome.
So both Kara and Steven will be reaching out to you at some point tomorrow to get your shipping and all that jazz. So stay tuned there. Absolutely phenomenal performances from everyone. Jennifer Adams, James R. Isaac, Kara Gregory, Stephen Strong, Mimi Walt, Dale Thomas Bird, and Diane Knight. Just wow in every fucking way. Amber, I'm going to let you go now because I know you have to go. So
Amber,
thank you so much again.
So much.
Love
God
y'all.
bless you, Amber.
Amber
God
Smith.
bless you.
iHeartRadio and iHeartMedia. The upcoming season of Symptomatic is coming out. Make sure you
In
look it up
1
on your
week.
favorite
It's
podcast
out.
platform. It's out.
Yes.
It's out. I should know that.
Nice to meet you,
No,
Amber.
season 2.
So good to meet you all
So
too.
nice
Thank
to
you
meet
guys
you,
so much
Amber.
for having me.
Yeah.
What does
Thank
222
you, Amber.
mean?
You're a rock star in
You're
every
a
way.
trooper. You're a trooper.
Bye.
All right. All right. So
if
that,
If I don't pee, I'm gonna explode.
go
So
pee.
Well,
Go
you-
pee.
go
I'm gonna go
pee.
to the.
am I
I'm
coming
gonna go
back?
to the
Go pee.
double. I'm
Okay.
gonna go to the Joe and I screen, and then we'll go back to this for a few minutes, and
Yeah.
we'll wrap up.
Marty, go take a piss as well, man. Now's your chance.
Yeah.
Right on.
All right. So everyone in the comments, I can see your comments no matter what platform you're on. This was Friday night karaoke, the mic drop competition number 3.
The
Again, we had a whole
podcast.
month ramp up to this. We had hundreds of submissions to the competition. You were all absolutely phenomenal. We were so delayed in getting out these finalists because we had to listen to so many freaking songs.
Oh
it was
my
just
God.
Joe
It
and
was
I
amazing.
going through songs, and we had a system for like how we were putting this together, and it just took so freaking long to do. We're gonna need help next time. So next time, look in the group. You're gonna see an announcement. We're gonna be asking for help because we can't do it all by ourselves because this is getting too big and too awesome. But you guys are phenomenal. I hope you loved the guests. Jarrett Reddick from Bowling for Soup, Marty Ray from the Marty Ray Project, and Amber Smith from iHeartRadio and iHeartMedia. If you have any questions or anything for them or anything that you'd like us to call out, obviously Amber's gone, but we still have Marty and Jarrett. So feel free to throw it in the comments, and we may toss it up while we're doing our closing at the end of this here. Something I do want to call out once again. I mentioned it before, but I'm going to mention it again. In 15 minutes, we have the where is this? There it is. Behind the Filters live stream, and that's going to be again in 15 minutes at 10 p.m. Eastern. The theme is FN Crooners, so get your Sinatra on.
Dude,
Yeah,
how am I
we're
just
gonna.
learning about this shit now, man?
Yeah. You know, if you're not
That's my
familiar with
bad.
Behind the Filters, Maria Mars Cross puts this thing on. She's been doing it for a year now, and really successfully. Like, she pulls together a whole bunch of songs from the community, and not just the songs. She actually gets the artists in the stream with her that she's featuring. So it's not, unlike the Friday Night Karaoke podcast where we're taking your songs and we're,
Right.
Joe and I are just playing them and talking about them. She actually gets them in the
Which I love.
stream to
I
talk
love
about
that.
the song they posted. She does games with them, and you get to really know the community. And if you want to be part of these things, you want to be part of the number 1 to number 10 music podcast in America and in Canada, the Friday Night Karaoke podcast, or you want to be on Behind the Filters, it's as simple as participating in the weekly themes. If you go to Friday Night Karaoke in the Facebook group, just type in Friday Night Karaoke and click join. Again, that's going to be right here. We post a new theme of the week every single week without fail, and just look in the announcements, join that theme of the week, and it's very likely that, especially if you're a new member, we love featuring new members, that you're going to get featured in there. So stay tuned on all of that. So let me pull the guys back.
Let's
in
get
here.
Marty and Jarrett back in this thing here, man.
Yeah. So Marty and Jarrett, hello, welcome back.
Welcome back, guys.
We just go by Jardy now.
Jardy.
Hey,
I know it's Yardy. I thought Jay was silent.
Wait, I got an idea. So my middle name is Ray, and my country, but in country I go by Jarrett Ray Reddick. Let's be
Ray.
Let's be Jardy Ray.
Jardy Ray.
Jardy Ray. I love it.
Dude, that's our new bro.
If you guys put out a song, I'm going to make a commitment to you right now. So, Joe and I own one of the largest growth companies in the freaking planet for podcasts and audio.
Yeah.
If you guys put out a song, we will promote it on us.
Yeah.
And Joe's looking at me in a way, but our controller is probably listening and looking at me in a much worse way.
I don't know how we can't do it now.
Yeah. We will promote the shit out of it.
We should try to write cardboard boxes and duct tape.
Yes.
Right
Damn it.
Right now.
Fucking great.
I would like the people who are listening right now and watching right now, or even after the fact, I just want you to know that music history is happening this moment.
No, it just because it'd be so cool if you write it from the perspective of being a kid, and the whole idea is how simple stuff was, back then or whatever. And you do like all these, you do memory. It was so much easier here. And then it gets heavy in the bridge of like all the stuff that you have to go through in like, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that now, and it's wish I could get back to the simple times when all I needed was some cardboard and some duct tape.
I can already think of all the targeting for the programmatic campaigns on this. We're going to be like, millennials,
Gen X,
parents of teenagers,
definitely Gen X, Gen X,
sure,
yeah. Because here's the
or
thing.
what if the song was talking about as a kid at first, and then as it progressed, it ended up being a song as the kid grew up. Then he moved a lot. He had to move. He had to go to college.
It's like the song that makes me cry.
And then he had to move to a nursing home in the very end. That's crazy.
So you go kid, college, divorce, nursing.
That'd be tough.
So this reminds me of the song that makes me cry every time. I tear up every time I hear the song.
So
like without fail, it's "Cats in the Cradle." I hear that song after I had kids
because it's like you're building forts as a kid. You have to go to college. Maybe you don't go divorce. We could figure that out. But the last thing is everybody packing your shit up with cardboard.
Oh man, dude, with cardboard boxes and duct tape.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Damn, that just brought it horribly to a conclusion.
But that's what we do in country. Like we in country, we build you up and then we break your heart.
Oh my god, that is the heartbreaking end that this country song needs.
We're writing that. We got to do it.
My fucking trophies being boxed up in cardboard boxes and duct tape, right?
Oh yeah, totally. It's the greatest country song of all time.
I do want to actually touch on this real quick because we didn't get to talk about it before. So Jarrett is well known for Bowling for Soup and one of the most popular pop punk bands ever. But what many of you I'm sure do know, and many of you don't know, is Jarrett transitioned into country.
Yeah, so I'm a Texas country artist. I have 3 top 30s and 1 top 20.
Amazing.
And
Wow.
and basically I am a glutton for punishment. When I'm not on the road with Bowling for Soup, I go straight out and tour around here. I keep it very, very Texas, Colorado, Oklahoma, Kansas, Arkansas, just because the world's a big place and Bowling for Soup already kind of does that. But yeah, it's going really good. I've got new stuff coming out. I got a Christmas song coming out, and yeah, it's been really good.
You know what I love? That when I see pictures of your tour from Bowling for Soup and there's thousands of people in the audience.
Yeah.
And then the next night,
Yeah.
you're doing a solo gig by yourself at like a small bar.
Yeah.
Because you're building up your country career.
Yeah.
And but you're so
75
fucking famous and you're starting in a different genre and you're
Yeah.
like, I'm going to start from the bottom. I'm going to build this up from scratch.
I'm back
I
in a
love it.
van. I bought a van. We traded my wife's car in. I bought a
That's so
van.
cool.
I did 9 years in the van with Bowling for Soup. We started in 94. I got in a bus in 2003. But we literally traded in my wife's Nissan Maxima. And now she drives my old SUV, my old Armada. Old, but it's not old, but you know what I mean. But she drives that thing, and I drive a band van now, and that's what I do. I'm doing it. I'm doing it for the ground up, and but you're right. I mean, but I like it. I like going from thousands of people to a 75 or 150 or 200, because when I do that, like, I get to just go out and not be a distraction and just hang out and meet everybody and have fun and actually fucking enjoy it. Not that I don't enjoy Bowling for Soup. It's just kind of a different thing, if that makes sense.
30 years, man.
Yeah.
30-year tour coming up, right?
When you come to Japan, what the fuck?
So Japan and Australia are in the works. 30 years next year. Bowling for Soup, full world tour. We start in the UK in February. We'll be in Canada in the spring, probably Australia as well. I think Japan might sneak in there, but I'm not really sure.
If you get Japan, I have like a punk rock photographer who's amazing over here for you.
God, and everybody over there is just so talented. Everybody's so good at what they do because it's such a cool focus, But yeah, and then the USA, and then back to Europe, like actual Europe as a whole later in the year. So it's a big year next year for us. Bowling for Soup.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Right on.
Dude, what
I'll
a
say-
fucking win.
Me and Mike had the best time when we went to your concerts and hung out with you guys. So
I've
much
never
fun.
had more Miller Lite in my life.
You guys you came to an acoustic show first, right?
Yeah.
And, it was the middle of the winter, and it was just cold and wet and just gross. And I was just like, we were just traveling in an SUV, and I was like, I don't even know what time we're gonna get there. And you guys showed up, and then we're like, fuck it, let's go. And then we just drank a bunch. That was the greatest
my favorite thing
of all time. Remember how shitty that venue was, but the backstage was the greatest.
Oh God.
I didn't want to leave.
Yeah, the upstairs and stuff. But my favorite thing of that entire show, and I'll remember it forever, is when you went for your piss mid show, like you usually do.
Yeah.
You went for your
You're
famous
an
piss,
acoustic.
and then Rob is up there with like the other bands, and he gets and someone's like, well, he's like, what should I play? What should I sing? And like someone's like, Freebird,
Freebird,
and then he's like, free falling, no, free bird.
Yeah.
You sang that for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I did it for like 5 minutes
That
on
was
repeat.
the only 2 songs of the song in Free Falling. It was
Yeah. So
the other dude from the other band jumped up there and started jamming with him. It was
Marty. He
Hold on
has
a
this.
second.
Yeah.
Are you saying that he sang Freebird to the tune of Free?
Yeah,
Free Fall.
That's what I was going to tell you, Marty. So it's actually I'm sure it's probably a little sacrilegious, but when he gets called that, he gets up there. So I take during acoustic shows we play 2.5 hours, and so I go pee and he goes and pees, and so when somebody yells that out, free bird, he'll just go, "You're a free bird. You're a free bird. You're a free bird. You're a Ventura Boulevard, because you're a free bird. And I don't even miss her, because you're a free bird. You're a free bird. You're a free bird. And man, the audience loses their damn mind.
I lost my mind.
That
I'm
is
telling the
awesome.
story
Yeah.
like a year and change later because
Yeah.
like it's so good. I mean, like
Such a
those
good
are the
bit.
things. And I think people don't realize that, but it's like the little things like that. You know, it's like the little quirk that you have in your head. You know, everybody has them, right? Like that little quirk that many people are afraid to share with people. They're like,
Sure.
well, they're gonna think it's stupid or they're gonna think
Yeah.
it's like whatever. But like that little quirk is the thing that someone will remember very likely forever. And
Yeah.
if it's true and it's like just it's you and you're having fun, they're gonna have fun too, and that's
Yeah.
this is evidence. Like you're just out
And
there doing the
everyone,
stupidest
I mean,
fucking
when
thing
we were in that
ever.
audience,
It was
everyone
awesome.
was having the best time of their lives.
I think the
They were
thing
ha-
is I think you're right, Mike, in that saying like you have these little nuances in your head, and especially if you're in front of people, it's just like, do you have the balls to just fucking say it and do it, And like that's our show. So Bowling for Soup is such a different show than I do with the country thing, because the country thing, I try not to make it a comedy show, but with BFS, it's like when somebody's like, play a song, we're like, if you came to hear songs, you've come to hear the wrong band.
What did they
Because
hear?
we're gonna talk all night.
Right.
That's what
Do
we
you?
do.
You guys
Oh, yeah.
chat it up. up
Marty,
there.
Yeah,
do you do a lot of stage? Is it mostly like YouTube or do you do a lot of stage?
It's so much. It's what?
No,
what?
I'm Marty. I meant Marty.
Oh, Marty.
you doing
Marty. Do you do
Marty?
banter?
No, I do shows a lot. Yeah, I'm always doing a show. Usually, I don't do as many as the big boys do, like him, but no pun intended. But the
You son of a bitch.
big pun, big pun,
Big worm. Big worm.
Big
You remember Big
Perm.
Pun though?
Yeah, Big Pun.
don't
Oh,
know.
so
He
speaking
don't-
of
he don't re- he don't
old
remember rap.
freaking rappers, if you like old rap, check this out. I'm gonna play it because we can. So a while back, we found him through normal channels here. Like nothing special. It's not like he's our best friend or anything. But wait, is everything frozen?
No,
frozen.
No,
I'm not
Oh,
frozen.
okay.
We're just
Anyway,
we're just
oh,
engulfed in
engaged in my conversation.
Fixated on your
build
your
up
voice, dude.
the build
Anyway,
up.
so yeah, fixated on this beautiful voice of mine. All right, so anyway, I'm just gonna play it and then we'll talk about it.
Okay.
This is Doug E. Fresh coming at you with much love and much respect. This one here is coming live and direct from Friday night karaoke. Come on. Joe Rubin told me to turn it up. Each week, y'all pick a winner and a theme. So, hey, as it goes a little something like this show. Have you ever seen a show with fellas on the mic with 1 minute rhymes that don't come out right? They bite, they never write, that's not polite. Joe, am I lying? No, I'm quite right. Tonight on this very mic, you're about to hear, we swear, the best karaoke of the year. So, cheerio, scream bravo, and if you don't know, now you know. Let me tell you something.
Wait a minute. What
Oh,
did we just watch? That's Big Pun?
That's
No,
Dougie
that's
No.
Dougie Fresh. Dougie
Oh.
fucking Fresh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah, true, fair. It's like
Yeah,
country
you
for
need
me.
to
I
look
don't
up. You
fucking
need to
know
look up
anything.
Big Pun. I guarantee you know one of his songs for sure. He died
can
early though.
I want to get to know Marty Ray and the Marty Ray.
Yeah.
project.
Let's talk about Marty
The
Ray.
real Marty Ray.
Yeah. So, why did you ask the question about YouTube? Because is YouTube kind of your thing? Like you're a creator.
Well, that's because my whole career I owe it to YouTube and Facebook. So that's where a lot of my revenue stream comes from, and album sales and such. So that's probably why he asked that, because he really didn't know me before this show, and he just saw that I was on YouTube, and I got like 90 something million views on YouTube, and
Jesus.
however
My
many.
math was way off, huh?
I don't know. Well, you said streams, so I don't know.
I
what
said
you, I don't
50
know.
million.
Yeah, but you said streams, so I didn't know if you was
Did
talking
I?
about views or what you was talking about. So, but anyway, no, it's so that's probably why, because the majority of my career was built online and to it. And I thank God every day for it. I got a lot of people that have listened to me from day one, and they're still here, and it's amazing. It's amazing.
Are you in
So,
Memphis?
yeah, but I do
Covers-
shows.
Are you in Memphis and not in Nashville, right?
No, I was born in Memphis, raised in Arkansas, moved back to Memphis, and now I live in Nashville for the
Okay,
past 5 years.
I just played the Bluebird last month.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
See,
Yeah.
when you get to your level, you can get in there and play stuff like that. I'm not on that level, but maybe someday.
You're way more on a fucking better level than I am as far as followers and shit are concerned. But I got invited because my buddy Zach Malloy, who was in the band The Nixons, but he's a songwriter there now. He wrote Temporary Home with Carrie Underwood, and he writes a bunch of stuff with rock bands, Skillet and Daughtry and stuff like that. But he got his own night and got me in there, and I thought that people would eat me alive, but I fucking crushed. I crushed. Like
Really?
You did.
Yeah, I mean everybody. It's really hard to get tickets, and man, it was so much fun.
So
But it's
crowded.
It's so crowded, and you're in the middle of the like when I walked in,
Yeah.
I was like, "So why are you going to move these tables off the stage?" And they're like, "Yeah, you
Right.
guys are right here." And again, I'm a big guy, so I'm like, "Wait, you want me to squeeze into this thing?" It's like, I just had to have people bring. I got where I was going to sit, and I was like, "I guess here's where I am for the next 3 hours." Like, I'm not moving.
So that's the thing with me. Like, you're a big guy too. So do you have insecurities about people seeing you sitting down from behind and whatnot?
Well,
Or does
so
it not bother you?
I have insecurities anyway because I used to be really skinny. So like when Bowling for Soup first broke, I was just unhealthy skinny because I was a fat kid. So I was a fat kid that basically just I essentially ate like one meal a day and drank beer for many years, and so I could be thin. And so I was very thin most of the time where we had hits. And then I found I got a divorce. I moved to house. I got depressed. Realized I had anxiety, depression, or whatever, and I hurt my knee, and it all just I just became a fat guy. And it literally just felt overnight, but it was like, well, this is who you are anyway, dude. Like you've been malnourishing yourself for 25 years so that you can look a certain way, but that's not who you are. And so I'm not as weird about it from like behind me and stuff like that. I'm more just weird about like if my belly hangs out my shirt, or little things like that.
I've been fat from birth, so what I had about 5 years where I was in great shape, but so I got the fat boy syndrome. If somebody is sitting behind, is if I'm sitting down and somebody's behind me, I'm like, man, I got to make a joke about the love meat or something and say, hey, y'all keep your eyes off my love meat, So,
right. So you do the thing.
But you never know.
You self-deprecate, and I do the same thing. So
you got to.
But you know what?
I got fat in 2014. And we didn't go on the road for a couple of years. And then when we went back on the road, like I think people were a little bit surprised to see how heavy I'd gotten. And so I would walk out and go like, hey, I know it looks like I ate the singer for Bowling for Soup. And some of the crowd would go wild, and some of them would just look at me. Well, I kept doing those jokes for a couple of years, but then people started to realize, well, this is who this guy is. And then now when I make a fat joke about myself, the crowd doesn't cheer anymore. They don't like it. They're actually like, okay, like that I've made everybody uncomfortable now, and so I had to realize, like, because my thing was, Marty, if you're going to make a fat joke about me, I'm going to make a better one, so like, if like, I'm way funnier. I really am like way funnier than pretty much everybody I meet. And so if you're gonna fucking
he's also humble.
Statement.
Yeah,
very humble.
No, but I really am.
He's the humblest guy he knows.
Modest, dude.
But if you want to make a fat joke about me, I'll make a fucking better one. And that's so I would just guns a blazing, like, just, hey, here's a bunch of fat shit about me, so that the audience would go. At first they were like, okay, he knows he's fat. Thank God. Now we can enjoy the music, and that's the way I was in my head. So,
I didn't really mean for that to get that deep. Wow. I think we just
that was great.
Really
Thank you for that. That was good.
No, I mean,
you know what? Wait, let's see. Drink more. So I'll take it. Like I'm all for it. If you can have more beer and more whiskey and without freaking passing out, I'm in.
And
No,
honestly, I'm really joking about the whole thing about like being like when I talk about me being famous or funny or whatever, it's a bit that I'm doing.
No, I get it. I get it.
Right, we get that. We
And
get
that's
it. We know.
everybody knows that that's a bit. But
Sure.
yeah, but the thing is, but yeah, I mean, like if you've been a fat kid your whole life, like when I played football, we had weigh-ins and I didn't fucking make the weigh-in. I didn't get to play football, you know. But then I'm this
Really?
skinny rock, and then I'm this skinny rock star.
You'd make it now.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't.
Oh boy, yeah, he wasn't on the other spectrum now.
Yeah,
He's like me,
definitely.
so
Yeah.
But
no,
no,
I hear it.
I'm that was very well and honest with that you said there. I'm thankful though. I thank God every day that I was born fat because that's what allowed me to learn humor and learn to laugh, and
Yeah.
because I was able to, like you said, self-deprecate. So, but yeah. Anyway, somebody mentioned in
I
the
think
comments,
waiting tables.
It don't
You know
have
it-
Waiting tables is the same thing as being fat. You
But
know,
it
like
tears, but it does tear
it
people
teaches you.
apart though. It's like Louis Anderson would come out and he'd go, let me move this microphone stand so you can see me. And he literally tore himself emotionally apart. And like he fucking literally I didn't mean to make y'all show so serious, but
No, I'm all for it.
but the thing is that like we're all just human beings. Like, and I'm gonna bring it back to Friday night karaoke. You guys let people come in here, you give them an avenue to sing, and you know what? Not everybody's our fucking winner tonight. But they're there and they're getting positivity and they're getting good feedback. And it's so important, you know, for us.
Exactly.
It's never been about the prizes. It's never been about like, you know, it's
prizes
never
are
been
great
about like
and all.
winning and we,
That's it.
and it's really just about like supporting each other and like the like first place in whatever, like whether it's a theme of the week or whether it's a mic drop competition or something else that we're doing. It's really like, there's no meaning in it outside of like, yeah, oh, congratulations, you deserve it. You know, like, but there's no like, you know, like I won, I'm the best, or there's none of that shit. And that's what we love. That, you know, it's we feel like it's important to put these things out there just because it inspires everyone to go out and do more. And like, you know, everyone wants to be part of like that. You know, winning, even if it's not meaningful within the group, it's meaningful to the individual. And if we can get more people to kind of get that spotlight on them, that's a huge win for everybody.
Sure.
But yeah. It's a
I have
great
to
group.
say
We're
something real
really,
quick. I have
really
to
proud
say
of it.
something real quick about. There's a comment in there. I don't know what their name is. It just says Facebook user, but they mentioned one of my songs, and I wanted. Do you see their name so I can say thank you?
No,
to
I
that
don't
person?
see their
We'd
name.
have,
But
we'd have to look on the individual. Like we'd have to log into Facebook and scroll back and look at that. It
Well, whoever
doesn't-
you are,
how
that
far
said
back
you
is
love
it?
Hometown.
Do you have the timestamp? Do you have the timestamp?
Whoever that is that said they love my song Hometown. Thank you so much for being a listener, for checking out the originals. That means the most. Yeah, the timestamp is 9:01. So
901.
whoever you
We'll
are,
check it out.
Oh my
I love
God,
you
we're
to
never
death.
gonna be able to go. That's almost 7 minutes. Jesus Christ.
Hold on. Oh, Hometown's my absolute favorite. I'm gonna put it up right here. All right, so I just put it up on the stream. If you're still in the stream, there's not a lot of people.
That's
staying in
you.
the stream.
Yeah,
If
what's
you're
your
still
name?
in the stream, please just shoot your username
That's
in
Jessica.
here. And is it Jessica?
Somebody said that's Jessica.
Jessica
Thank you,
Latham said it.
Jessica.
Oh, Jessica Latham.
Thank you,
Great.
Jessica
Yeah, she's
Latham.
a
All
rock
right.
star member of the community. Yeah, she's in the
Nice.
community. Yeah, she's great. Rock on.
God bless you. I
Yeah.
appreciate you.
So
And
one
God,
thing I
and
want to
thank
mention.
y'all for having me on. I'm so honored to be here. I don't
Both of
feel
us.
like
No,
I
thank
deserve
you.
it, but I'm thankful.
We're incredibly
It's
honored
great
to have you
meet
both here.
Jarrett, Mike, and
Oh,
Joe.
I'm
It's
Yeah.
awesome.
so glad to meet you. I told Joe we got to connect. I want to get you on Rockstar Dad Show, which these guys have both been on.
Mhm.
And
We'll come
talk.
anytime you want, by the way.
I
I
will
can talk
hook you
about my
guys
kids
up.
all day long.
Dude, actually,
You-
Mike, I think getting you on, I'd actually like to have you two on separate because it'd be cool to talk to Joe, you know, and do the whole thing. But I actually also think it'd be cool to talk to you about that decision to stay in Japan and all. I mean, that's
Oh yeah.
interesting shit, you know.
There's a lot of dad decisions that went into that.
But Marty,
Yeah,
like, you've got to come on the show because I think someone that makes a living off of a platform. Basically, we just talk about being dads, by the way. But your living is off of a platform that all kids are on every day. I mean, that's your Phineas and Ferb, right? I mean, it's fucking crazy.
There's 150 104 days of summer vacation, and school comes along just to end it.
That's a pretty good impression of me, by the
That's
way.
really good.
That wasn't bad.
Oh, is that your song?
I do.
dude?
When I do karaoke, I'm not a good singer, but I do voices. I do all the voices.
Yeah.
So like in a single song, I'll do like 6 different voices. That's why people like what I do, because like it fully embrace like the all the different like
You're
characters.
thorough.
Yeah, you ever watch the movie? Was it Switch or whatever with like the James McAvoy, where he has like a whole bunch of different personalities. Anyway, that's what I feel like when I sing karaoke.
I think so.
That's what I feel like when I sing karaoke.
Hold on a
Anyway,
second.
how cool
Jared,
is this fucking?
Yeah,
Jared, real quick.
Let me
That's
make-
your song, Phineas and Ferb intro?
Yeah.
And
It is.
yeah, so
Really?
so here's the deal. I actually didn't write the theme that you hear. What I wrote was I made that into a full-length song. So
Yeah, I heard that.
I
Yeah.
sing the whole thing, but that existed. So I took there's 104 days of summer vacation. I took that and made it into the whole thing where it's like, this is gonna be the best day ever. And so that was what was shown in the movies and all the stuff to promote the show when it
Wow.
first started. And then we're
That's
actually
crazy.
but I play a character named Danny on the show, and I've written a bunch of songs. I wrote Izzy's Got the Frizzies and Klimpaloon and like a bunch
It's
of other-
It's one of the
Crazy. That's
best
my
shows,
dream.
honestly.
It is
outside of Bluey. It's like one of the best shows ever.
fuck Bluey.
Bluey
Phineas and
Bluey
Ferb is so much better.
Let's go to
By the way, my
Rockstar
son
Dad.
is here. He's 17. He just turned 17 like a few weeks ago. He's been watching Phineas and Ferb since not really anymore so much, but when he was 5 years old, he started watching that. The
Right.
best fucking song ever. He fucking sang that song at 5 years old.
Yeah.
Every single day watching that show.
I'll tell you
And,
guys.
like-
I'll tell you guys a funny story about Phineas and Ferb, guys, because that show's coming back, and I've actually told this story on shows before, so I don't feel like I'm speaking out of turn. But so every song that those guys write has to go through the censors, and the censors are like, I mean, they basically try to. It's like when you do a movie. So movies that you guys might know that when a movie's trying to get a rated R, they'll put a bunch of dirty shit in it just so that the censors can go, well, this can't happen or this can't happen. So they take that out and they get their R rating and they're good, right? And it's all like it's calculated because it's like we know they're going to come up with something because that's their job, right?
Right. Otherwise, like, why are you here? Like, what
Right.
does it even do here?
So the same
to
thing
find
happens,
something.
the same thing happens with the censors for the Phineas and Ferb songs. So they will sneak little things in sometimes where it and what's funny about it is sometimes those little fucking nuances or those little dirty things make it past and they stay in.
They sneak
So-
through.
Oh my god.
So the original version was like fucking a mummy or fucking in the Eiffel Tower.
Right.
Not
Right.
bad.
No,
That's the
What
original
I'm
version.
saying is, but it would be like, but anyway, he's bouncing around the world on his balls, blah, 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 big rubber balls or whatever. And then the censors are like, yeah, this is great. We just have to take the part out about how he bounces to this place or whatever. And they're like, okay, great. So he bounces around on his balls is fine. And so there's so many of those little things, like when you go back and listen, but they sneak all those in on purpose because it's essentially just a silly thing because we live in a world where people have to, sort of make themselves be needed
Right.
job wise. And so anyway, that's a little tidbit for you.
Well, I love it. So I think we
That's
need to
actually
wrap
my dream
in a
too.
moment.
Your
my
dream
is to have my original songs used for TV and movies and film and commercials and whatnot. I've had it happen like twice, but never on the level of Phineas and Ferb type status. But that's amazing. I'm really highly impressed.
I wrote Jimmy Neutron as well. I did the Jimmy Neutron.
Wow.
Shut up! I didn't know that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
He's my
and-
favorite boy genius ever.
Yeah.
Wow.
And 2 songs in that. And
Joe kind of looks like Jimmy Neutron. Look at him.
yeah, I know.
The
Look at,
hair, right? It's like,
yeah, right.
Yeah, you're
Joe has the
really,
crooner thing going on.
and I'm exactly that smart. Exactly. I'm a boy genius.
yeah.
Joe and I are a good
Neutron.
like duo because, like, we're opposites, but not. Like,
The hard part
know,
about that whole thing is you have to get attached to a show early, and then your music's in it, and then if it gets picked up, bam. If it
Yeah, yeah.
doesn't, then it just all goes away.
Fizzles.
I did 3
But does that help you on the deal front? Like, so can you make
No,
a better deal if it's early on?
I guess if nobody knows it, then it just goes away. Then nobody gives a shit.
goes away.
If
That's
you're-
it. No, so I pitched, I think 4 television shows. I wrote 6 or 7 songs for each one, and none of them got picked up. And so I just got out of that world. Like, I'm hired on Phineas and Ferb. That whole, like, getting attached to a show, man, if it works, it works, and you're set forever. But if it doesn't, you do all this work, they own the songs, and then it's just done. It's over.
Yeah.
So,
So, you can't go sing them
Wait.
somewhere.
Can you just clarify that whole thing with Phineas and Ferb? You basically wrote the song on spec, like you don't know if the show's gonna be any good. You're like,
basically, I sell any song I write for them. I sell them for $1. I get paid $1. They own it. Then I get
royalty it.
I get to keep my writer share, but they own the publishing, which that gets into crazy shit that none of your listeners want to listen to right now. But essentially, if you want to play the Disney game, they have to buy it from you. It's $1. And I mean, I have contracts that are like, now so you wrote Izzy's Got the Frizzies. We're going to buy this for $1. You wrote Robot Riot. Here is your contract for $1, and, but yeah, I mean, but that's
where do you get your money from royalties?
Yeah. Then what happens?
Yeah. So you get your money from, it's not a lot, but I mean, but it's good on the resume, I mean,
So you're doing it for almost like vanity metrics.
I don't do it anymore. I'm out.
But I'm saying you did before, right?
Because I thought it would get me to the next thing. Like I wanted my own show. I wanted to write songs and score a show and have all of that. But I got 4 or 5 pilots and they didn't get picked up. But you have to do just as much work for all those. But that pilot doesn't get picked up. That's it. I was like, man, that's too much.
So you're saying real quick.
Let's talk about how you only got
obviously
Phineas and Ferb is tremendous. You're getting paid on Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah.
Do you get paid on? So you get paid on the royalties. So every time they show the show, you get.
So
paid?
not for the theme, but any other thing where my song plays or if I'm in it, I get,
So
$3
you
or
don't
$4.
get paid on the theme song. Wow, that's a messed up deal.
The theme was a good one.
Yeah, I don't.
It's so good
on the theme because man, Disney knows what they're doing.
They sure do.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. I've covered it twice, so I owe you some money.
Yeah.
Dude, I have a
Disney money.
I have
I owe
a
Disney
story.
money.
You guys want to hear a fucking terrible story? This is
What?
Yes.
I thought
I
I thought
terrible
we just
stories.
did. I thought
No,
we literally just heard a terrible one.
this is fucking worse, dude. So I know the guy who sings Paw Patrol.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
He's one of my best friends. Like, so there's a whole group of us, and
on the double.
we all sound the same, anyway.
Mhm.
So he sang the theme song to Paw Patrol. When they went to do a motion picture, he was never contacted. So when I go and I'm in the movie with my child and I go, oh fuck, man, you goddamn did it. They used your stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, that's not me.
What?
No.
They got a sing alike.
They got a sound alike on the movie, so
That
they
has to
wouldn't have
be
to
it.
fucking pay him.
That's
fucked up. That's so fucked up.
Dude, it's
And they have
so
they have
fucked
video games now for that. They have
Dude,
apps, video
oh,
games,
man.
PlayStation games. They have everything. They have
And
multiple movies. They're
and
everywhere.
It's such a minute thing, to be even if they would have given him, let's say they give him a bunch of money,
Right.
25, 30, 40, $50,000. It's like a bunch of money.
It's such a drip
It's
in the fucking balance
in
sheet.
movie and television. That's such a nothing. It's nothing.
Nothing.
They
nothing
spend
in
that, they spend
so
that
many
a
spaces.
day. They spend that a day on catering.
Yeah,
Just the fucking food trucks outside.
Exactly. It's just
Such
it's
a
so-
waste.
it's so
To fuck over
gross.
the singer who sings the actual theme song is fucked up.
Man,
I have a friend. I have a friend that works for Heil Microphones, and he's a very well decorated a voiceover actor, and he got a call. He's friends with another guy. I won't say any names, but he's friends with another guy. I'll just call the other guy Sam. And the other guy will call David. So David gets a call from a voiceover agency. They say, hey, we're looking for this voice, wants you to audition. They really want you on it because we're trying to get somebody that sounds like Sam. And he calls his buddy Sam and he goes, hey, somebody just called. Somebody's wanting to hire me to do a voiceover that sounds like you. He says, why didn't they just call me? He said, I guess they don't want to pay you. And that was exactly what it was. They didn't want to pay him, but they knew that David could sound just like him. So, but they wanted his voice. I hate that. I think that's horrible.
Marty, wait, we're going to answer this question in just a second, but let me ask you this, Marty. How old are you?
I'm 41.
All right. So,
shit. I'm with you. I'm 42.
Are you old enough to be? Were you in the game like when, like the Smash Mouth song hit, like the Rockstar?
Some.
Okay.
RIP. But no, I wasn't.
Oh man.
I mean, I've been singing since I came out of the womb, but I wasn't doing music.
So here's the thing. We basically for 10 years, if you were trying to write for film and TV, you just got a sheet and it said, we're looking for a song that sounds like Smash Mouth Rockstar.
Really?
But it has this and this. 10 fucking years.
All of it was just Smash Mouth.
They just wanted recreations of that song. And you know what? That song got used more than it didn't. But they goddamn did it. And again, rest in peace. But let's talk about this. Actually, I'm going to throw to Marty on this because I think. So the question is, Marty and Jarrett for the podcast, what advice would you give for a newer recording artist as far as promotion? The market is so oversaturated and it seems so hard to get noticed and get a fan base going. I'll preface this by saying this. Write great songs and put them on the internet and build social awareness. Make 25 videos of every song that you have that you think is good and put them all out and then put them all out again and then again and again and again.
It's a quantity play.
Wow.
That is how you get noticed now, because basically you can't go to a label anymore. The label doesn't care how many people come see you in Dallas. They care how many social media followers you have.
Really?
100%.
So the game has changed completely.
Completely. But here's a guy, Marty, who made it doing what I'm saying. And so maybe you have a different or a more advice.
Well,
yeah, like how would you differentiate yourself and make it?
Well, actually, I'm different in that I tell people, first of all, the only reason I've made it is not because I have some secret recipe or anything like that. I literally was praying one day and I said, Lord, if you put me here to do music, then I'm going to put forth the effort and you honor it. And if you keep honoring it, I'll keep doing it. So then I just started making videos, but it wasn't originals. It was covers, and started doing covers, and people started liking them, 30,000 views here and there. I thought I was famous already. And then I did a parody of a song by Megan Trainor called All About That Bass. I did a parody of it called All About That Beard. And then I was trying to learn.
I gotta look this up. I gotta look it up.
Yeah, and I was trying to learn, and that was on Facebook. So my whole career got started on Facebook because I wanted to learn how to make music videos. So I rented a camera. Didn't really know how to make them, but I said I'm gonna learn about framing and coloring and all these things, and I'm gonna use this song that I just wrote and we recreated from the ground up to do it. And I did that, posted it, and the day I posted it, it got 2 million views. And I thought, wow, this is incredible. Now that was on Facebook, and that was 2000, I don't know, 2010 maybe. And so, and I've been writing songs since I was 12, but I didn't start with that because I knew that's the hardest route to go. Writing music where nobody knows you, nobody cares about you, don't care about your song. That's the hardest route to go. Now they're all do that and they make it, and that's amazing. I wish I was one of those people because that would be awesome. But I always tell people what you need to do is be consistent and write some amazing songs. That's definitely true. Post your originals early and keep posting your originals. But in between that, you need to be creative and post some popular covers that are happening right now. Things that have some social credit already. Things like Leonard Skinner, Simple Man, like you mentioned. I was doing that, and I ended up as I'm learning to play the guitar. This is what really changed my whole life. As I'm learning to play the guitar, I'm sitting in my studio one night. I actually towed cars for a living. My dad owned a towing service, and I ran one of them in West. And I was I had a studio in there. I was just playing my guitar, and I was just doing a little. I was doing some picking. I was trying to learn how to pick, and I started doing rap, old '90s rap songs. I was singing them instead of rapping them. So that's what changed my life. The first one I did was 1, 2, 3 into the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dre is at the door, ready to make an entrance. So back on up, you know we're about to wrap this up. Give me the microphone first so I can bust like a bubble. And I'm doing that, and then so I did that one, and then I said, let me see if that felt nice. Let me see if all right, stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice is back with a brand new invention, something. And I just kept going with that. Then I said, you know what? It's been about 2 weeks since I posted a video, and I told these people I would be consistent with it. And I wasn't. I took 2 weeks off, really. And so I posted that at 3 o'clock in the morning. This was wild. I posted that video of me doing an acoustic cover of Ice Ice Baby at 2 o'clock in the morning. And didn't even think about it was going to do anything. The original caption said something to the extent of, hey, here, I'm sorry I hadn't posted anything. Here's something I've been working on. I know that's an old song. You might not like it. If you don't, wait to the next. Just kind of a throwaway thing. And next thing I know, that video went bananas. I mean, it has probably 200+ million views on Facebook and YouTube. Collectively.
I need you to take a
200 million.
Put a pin in exactly where you're at, because I need to do this real quick.
Go ahead.
For about 2.5 minutes or 3 minutes.
Let's do this. He's gonna skip the ads, dude. I mean, they're beard ads, so you know.
It's a song.
It's the beard ads.
What are you talking about? It's a song.
Come on.
You know I'm all about that beard, no stubble. I'm all about that beard, no stubble. I'm all about that beard, no stubble. All about that beard. Yeah, it's pretty clear. I eat a lot of food. My beard'll catch it like it's supposed to do. I got that beard bloom that all the girls chase. All the right hair in all the right places. I see them weak beards working at hipster crop. My grandma's got more hair. Come on now, make it shine. If you got beard beauty, come on now, comb it up. Every inch of this is perfect. I ain't never gonna chop. Now my grandma, she told me that some men could only try. But with that
hanging into a chicken wing,
you keep women warm at night. She told me never to shave it, don't trim it, no, not at all. Because when it gets longer, then you'll get to write a song. You know I'm all about that beard, no stubble. All about that beard, no stubble.
Actually, my acting class. All these people were in my acting class.
Oh yeah, so cool.
All about that beard.
Forrest Pruitt acting class.
I think you need some crying. Go and shave so you don't look like that. Looks like your face no when took a shave. So I'm here to tell you that some men, they just can't grow it. When they do, it looks like crack. My grandma, she told me that some men could only try. But with that beard you're growing, you keep women warm at night. She told me never to shave it.
The video is fucking great.
Because when it gets longer, then you get to write a song. You know I'm all about that beard, no stubble. All about that beard, no stubble. All about that beard, about that beard, no stubble. All about that beard. You know I'm all about that beard, no stubble.
How many was this? Like, how many million?
Like I said on Facebook, I originally posted it. It got 2 million in a day. I don't know, it's probably YouTube. I don't know how many had live now today. I didn't originally post on YouTube. And like I said, this thing, the color of this, looking at this now and seeing this now is the color is disgusting. It looks horrible as far as
the color of your beard is.
Well, yeah, the color of my beard looks
the
great.
color of your beard right now.
But the
I
video,
guess-
because it was just learning. That's all I was trying to do.
And who was filming this?
I was filming this myself. I would set up the camera on a tripod, and I would get in front of it, and then turn and make sure the framing was like what I wanted, and that was just me sitting there trying to learn. And then I tried to learn how to color, and it just wasn't. You know, the lighting was horrible. You look at that, and you see the lighting is. Because I knew nothing about lighting.
I love that you have that eye, because I went to school for film, and I decided not to be a filmmaker because I wanted to make money. So I did other.
But I think it's
things.
part of the appeal. I think, and especially how long ago was that? 13 years?
I think so. Yeah, probably 13 years ago.
I think that's part of the appeal is 2010. It was like anybody can do this, like that was part of the whole thing.
Right.
Of, oh my God, this guy set up a camera and he got all of his friends and whatever, and they made this spoof video and it's hilarious. Now, we can do that.
You're in Blair Witch territory back then, right? I mean, that's like when Blair Witch came out with like a $30,000 movie.
That's the thing. Anybody can do whatever they want if they can do it well.
They can still do it now.
Yeah. That's when it started, though.
That's Bowling for Soup's whole success is that anybody goes to see us, they just look at us and go, man, I could do this easy. Like, we're not like super talented or anything. Like it's just like, hey, those guys.
Bullshit.
I'm sure that's
That's bullshit.
No, I'm being serious. Like that's been our whole thing the whole time. Is just like we're just like the dudes that you hang out with on the weekends.
Well, that's true.
But that's what it's about.
Exactly.
Like my wife just went and go. Like I had tickets, but my legs fucked up, so I couldn't go. So she brought her wife, her wife. Her friend.
Oh boy! Now,
right.
Now we know why you're staying in Japan.
Welcome to Japan.
Like
It's all fucked up over here. It's great.
Arigato.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I think I need to clear up. This story that I have is pretty epic. I'll wrap it up quickly about the Ice Ice Baby cover. So when I posted that, Bam Margera, World Star Hip Hop, all these groups were taking that video and posting it on their Facebook and their websites, and so it just started blowing up. And then the coolest thing is that a bunch of people were seeing it, and they were messaging me and saying, "Hey, I'm best friends with Vanilla Ice," and I said, "Okay, sure." And they said, "Give me your number, and I'll give it to him. I'll tell him to call you." And I kept saying, "Sure, okay. What do I got to lose? All I do is run a towing service, so at the very least, I'll get a tow out of it." So I gave them all my phone number. It turns out that 2 months later, after the song came out, and it just skyrocketed. It was crazy what happened. And I get a call just like normal, and I answered just like normal. I say, "Glenn Ray's towing," and I hear this guy go, "Hey, Marty Ray," and I go,
"Is it
Shaggy? How you doing? Glenn Ray's towing." And he goes,
"It's Robert."
He says, "What's up, man? It's Rob. I love that Vanilla Ice. I love that Ice Ice Baby you did." And I said, "How you doing, Rob? Thanks so much. How can I help you?" Right? I didn't know his name was Rob at the time.
Sure. I thought his name was Vanilla.
He said Rob.
That was some random dude.
I thought he just saw my cover and called Glenn Ray's towing. So then he goes, "Hey, it's Vanilla Ice." I said, Yeah, right. Sure it is. He goes, "I'm telling you, man, I saw that. It's amazing. I want you to come to Miami. We're starting the I Love the 90s tour. I want you to play that song with me on the tour in Boca Raton." And I said, no way, dude. He said, "I'm telling you, this is me." I said, "When I see the email, martyrayproject@gmail.com," that was my email at the time. I still have that email. And I said, "When I see that email, I will believe it. I saw the email. We went to Miami, me and a bunch of buddies. It was the craziest thing ever. There was 20, 40,000 people there. So I did one show in my entire life. There was about 50 people there. And I went from that one show, the show was with Vanilla Ice in front of like 20 to 40,000 people in Boca Raton, headlining with him, singing Ice Ice Baby, the acoustic version, which you feel like nobody wants to hear this. They're here to hear
the original.
You know?
Yeah, sure.
So
the original Queen version.
The crazy part is that I'm with all these legends, Salt and Pepper and Color Me Bad and All for One, and all these people are singing before me, and I'm sitting there fanning out, and they don't even realize, why is this fanboy back here? And then all of us, then they see that I get out on stage, and they were like, wow, you had us fooled. We didn't know you were here to sing. You're great, you know. And so, like, I'm friends with Vanilla Ice to this day because of one thing, because of one song that I posted that was a throwaway song. Matter of fact, Vanilla Ice he's opened a bar, and in December, I'm supposed to go out there and hang out with him, and we'll probably might sing some stuff. We got a song we're supposed to be writing together. So cool. Anyway, the point is, I'd say that just that it is true that if God gave you a talent, you should not bury it. You should use it. You should put out there consistently things. But I would say, along with what Jarrett said, always, yes, write good music, release the good music, but sprinkle it in between covers so that your covers will draw people to your content, and then they'll explore and find your originals. That's what I do.
Just don't get stuck being a cover artist,
Marty.
No,
right.
You gotta have the good mix, right?
Marty, I have to tell you, we have another connection. So my drummer in my country band is Keith Reber, who was the Keith Reber, tour manager and drummer for both Vanilla Ice and Salt and Pepper. That is my country drummer.
Are you talking about
the phone? He's pulling out the phone. He's looking at his contacts.
Hold on, I don't know Keith's last name, but he was the drummer. Used to be the drummer for Keith.
Yes,
for Vanilla Ice. He's not anymore though, right?
No, he's not. He's my drummer now.
Dude, listen, that is wild. Me and Keith are friends, dude.
He's gonna freak out. He just got my.
Listen,
What?
is it the Keith just have a problem? He had a heart attack or something recently.
He had a tumor removed from the side,
dude.
They found another
crazy.
thing.
Yes.
Did you
He text me in the middle of the night one night just recently about that?
Do you follow him on Instagram?
I do, but
okay,
I never see his. I don't really scroll through content.
Go look. Wait, I'm serious. Go look at right now. Go look at his last post and see.
I'm gonna take a picture.
Hold on, wait. Go see his last. Go see his last post, please. For the love of God, go see his last post. You guys are gonna love this, and then I want you to show the camera. Okay, go see his last post.
What's his name on there?
On Instagram. That drummer guy.
It's that drummer guy.
Yeah.
His last.
Okay.
No way, dude.
What is it? What is it? Put it up.
Look at that right there.
You little sexy haired boy. It's you.
Oh my God, whose fucking face is that?
He got me tattooed on his leg.
Are you crazy?
Shit.
So
wow,
what you're saying is he gets free bowling for soup concerts for life.
He's going for the rest of his fucking life for free.
That's wild. Dude. Yeah, I love Keith, man. He and I hit it off immediately, bro. Yeah, we've been friends ever since, and we don't talk on a regular basis, but when we talk, it's good. It's good stuff.
He's
and
one
I
of the
need to talk to him
human
more.
beings I've ever met in my life, and through all that, we had to get a sit-in drummer because it was a really busy summer for the country band, and he couldn't be there. And so what happened was he had to go to the emergency room because his breath got crazy. So they go, oh man, we found a lump. We're gonna have to go in. Well, then they found another lump. So the one they knew wasn't cancerous, but they didn't know that the other one wasn't cancerous. So we had a few weeks of a bit of a scare. He's fine, but yeah, he's that's my country drummer. Isn't that crazy? Isn't it a small world, guys?
I love how shit like just comes together. And
It's
it
like
happens all the fucking time. Like Joe and I go places, and then like we're talking to some random dude or random girl in some random freaking state or country, and then like I was just in Kuala Lumpur and I found fucking I was at karaoke with some people that like I had no idea I had other connections with. Like Jake Adelstein. You ever watch Tokyo Vice? Like the show on HBO.
No.
There's like a whole show about this dude who went to Japan. It's a true story, and he was like the only Gaijin foreigner who got a job to get a job as a reporter at the Times, which is like unheard of for a foreigner to get a job as a reporter there. And then he ended up like getting involved with the Yakuza all the way at the top of one of the families, like the biggest families in Tokyo, and like this huge war between Yakuza families. It's actually fucking crazy. Anyway, I got to when I fucked up my leg, it was with him at karaoke, and it's because of like random connections. Like we had no idea that we knew the same people. It's kind of awesome.
Marty, I have a question for you. So like after that, so you're driving a tow truck. You have this thing happen. So then you just start, putting videos out, of you doing covers and stuff. So I actually
at
think
first, this is why I say what you said is sound advice, because you mentioned the originals and posting those. See, early on, I was scared to post my originals because I thought they're not gonna like this. And so I wasted a span there where I really could have got some traction, better traction on my originals back then. And so that's why I say what you said is true, but mix in. So like at the time when the Ice Ice Baby just blew up, went bananas, if I would have had some original content out there, which I did have my album released from way back then. I had a EP released, but I didn't post any videos of it at all. So it didn't really get seen because people weren't going. There was a few people that went and streamed it, and downloaded it. But what you said is very factual and very, very poignant, because if I would have had videos of my originals posted at that time, it would have helped me tremendously early on. So,
but the covers are.
I honestly, I want to agree with you on that, because I saw that video. Oh, I'm sorry. I saw that video several years ago when it was getting passed around, and I watched it, and I'm like, oh shit, this fucking guy's awesome. And I clicked on what you're doing. I'm like, there's nothing else, and I forgot about you since then. Right, like
that's what happens. You end up going down the rabbit hole.
No, there was nothing else.
If there's no rabbit hole to go down,
there was nothing else.
No rabbit hole to go down.
No other original songs. There was
Let me tell you guys.
Let
me tell you guys something. Let me tell you what Marty, what he focused in on that none of us knew yet, and that is with streaming, with YouTube, with Spotify, with even all of it. Okay, so with Prime Music, all of it.
TikTok, all that shit.
If you put out a cover song, you don't have to pay anybody anything unless you try and sell it. So if you do a cover song of anything in the world, that social media platform actually does the accounting for you. So that the writer of that, the artist, if they have writer share or whatever, they're all going to get paid. So I've been saying this for years, and Bowling for Soup did this going into COVID, and we actually, did 15 songs or something like that. Doing cover songs right now is such a great way to get attention. Marty Ray was on the forefront of this, of realizing, holy shit, it doesn't cost you anything to cover somebody's song. Somebody can't go, you can't cover my song. Well, I actually can. I just can't make any money off of it as far as sales are concerned. But if somebody watches this, if somebody streams it, if they do this, you can make money off that. And they still make their money off of it. So cover songs are a really, really great way. So getting back to the question that we were asked, for you to start building your awareness, start building your brand, is to do covers of things that you think are cool, classics, new songs. Try and do something that's on the radio. Try and do something that you think that your friends like. Get in the genre that you're in and do a cover of the latest release of that person before it's even a hit. Those are ways to get attention, and it again, it costs you how much to record it, and it gets in front of people.
Yeah, and if it takes off, the marketing on that, like the value of the marketing on that is far more than you would have to spend so much freaking money, and it would be like a gamble if it would actually work. Where here it's like, yeah, you're not monetizing it in a meaningful way, that particular song. But
There was a
it's
band
like a
called
huge marketing engine.
There was a band called Dynamite Hack back in 2002, 2001. They did a cover of Eazy-E, Boys in the Hood. And they did it for this radio station, similar to the style that Marty Ray did the songs that he did, but this is before social media.
So wait, you know Boys in the Hood, but you don't know Big Pun.
I don't know Big Pun.
Come on.
He knows it. You know the song.
Can we talk about something more recent? Like
I messed up your story.
Flowers.
I ain't a player, but I
Flowers
crush a
with
lot.
Miley Cyrus.
Okay, Flowers with Miley Cyrus.
That was a huge song.
Bowling for Soup.
You guys did a cover of that.
I heard
How
it.
did that work?
Yeah.
How did it work? Oh, so I heard it. Actually, I'll tell you how it worked. I heard that song for the first time on a friend's TikTok. And this friend had just been through a bunch of shit. And she had gone on a find yourself trip to somewhere far away. And she posted this video, and it was like this flower song. And I'm just like, man, that's a great song. And then I heard it again the next day, and I'm like, fuck, what is this? This is something. So it's the first time I ever hit one correctly, where I go, this song is going to be a fucking smash. And by the end of that week, it was the biggest song in the world. And in fact, she set a bunch of records and shit. But I already had the drums recorded. We already had the bass done. I'm like yelling at management. Like, I don't want to go through the whole rigmarole. I don't want to do this. I want this song out in the world. I don't want to wait. Put it out. Right. And so, but you have to wait for the machine to get everything up onto. So they're like, so you don't want to wait for playlisting? And I'm like,
sure.
I guess I don't. I mean, fuck, I don't know. I don't want to wait 6 fucking weeks for this to come out. So I got it out really quick, and it really worked to my advantage because that song, that cover was big for us. But yeah, I mean, that's how that came out. You just hear a song. Like, the thing is, right now, somebody should be watching what NSYNC does, right? So if you're a listener to this show, be watching what NSYNC does. They're gonna do something for Trolls. But if that band releases another song, be ready, fucking do a cover of it in a different style, and throw the dice on the table.
That's great fucking advice right there,
dude. Holy
that's
shit.
Phenomenal advice. We should do a competition when it comes out.
Yeah.
We should do we should be at the forefront. There's like 17,000 freaking versions of it. Go.
I know we're gonna have an incredible amount of NSYNC songs coming out in the next week.
If we talk long enough, Joe will pass out. I fully believe that.
I will.
Oh, so fun story. We were at a party in Austin, Texas. I'm gonna tell this story. We were at a party in Austin, Texas, I don't know, 5 years ago or something like that. 4 years ago. It was like 5-6 years ago, actually.
Yeah, 5 years.
But yeah. So we were at a party. It's Johnny Depp's house that he rents out, with Airbnb style, like on 6th Avenue there. And it's a huge thing. It's 1:00 in the morning. Him and I are running our company. And talking to all these other business people and having a great time drinking, having a blast. He has this pool downstairs, inside. And 1:00 in the morning, I'm upstairs, partying with a bunch of people, and I get a text message from someone in Connecticut. I'm in Austin. I get a text message from someone in Connecticut, and they're like, the text message is a picture of Joe passed out at the fucking side of the pool with everyone partying around him. He's the only motherfucker on the wall. So I go downstairs, and the motherfucker's passed out at 1:00 in the morning at the fucking pool.
I believe it. I can see
party.
that's what's we're about to witness here.
Happily fucking go to sleep anywhere I
it's
want.
It's 11:49 a.m. here, and I've gotten through at least that much.
What do you do for a living, Mike?
Joe and I own the largest advertising technology company for driving audience growth to podcasts and newsletters. We're like
if you got a podcast, we promote the fuck out of it.
So we work with everybody. All the major podcasts and networks in the space.
That's wild. I was actually one of the earliest podcasters Probably there
You were
was.
on Libsyn back in the day.
We had a podcast in 2007. We had a podcast.
Wow, that's definitely
Joe
old school.
Rogan, before any of those people, and I knew that it was the wave of the future. It's crazy because I used to tell people to try to get guests on the show. The show was called back then. It was called Nash Radio, Memphis Nashville Radio, just because I couldn't get guests on the show by saying I got a podcast. But I ended up getting Darius Rucker on my show way back in 2007.
That's a big one.
And it was like whatever, it's 2007 or 8. And I got him on because I said Nash Radio. He had a new single. And so he thought it was a radio station. He probably still thinks that he was on a radio station back then. And we let him think it. But it was a podcast, and we used to try to get guests, and we'd have to explain what a podcast is. Oh, it's a new thing. And radio DJs, they would scoff at podcasters. They did not believe that it was the way of the future. And I said, I'm telling you, this is going to take the world by storm. And I was right. Even before COVID, it started doing that. And then, but when COVID hit, everybody had a podcast. But I had I just right before COVID restarted a new podcast called Marty Ray Project Chats, and we've had some amazing guests on there. So I need to talk to y'all about maybe getting the word out on my podcast and starting.
Happy to chat.
We're thinking about starting season 2. So let's talk.
We're always happy to chat about that stuff, and we're gonna give your podcast a listen. I just wrote it down.
I fucked up, guys. I fucked up, and here's
what'd you fuck up.
So 2009, we're making Sorry for Partying, Bowling for Snow.
No. I love partying.
And,
that's the name of the fucking.
And a guy from our management company is like, dude, you got to do a podcast. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And he goes, yeah, it's essentially a thing. You just get on there and you just talk. And then we put it on this iTunes and people will just listen to it. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So in a year and a half, me not doing shit, like I'm like put one out every 3 months, then every 6 months, whatever, 10,000 followers. Right. As I look back to that, and then I just was like, yeah, I'm just not going to do this anymore. Like, had I focused on that thing, like, I'd be
the number one fucking podcast.
I'd be Joe Rogan without the vitamins. You know,
I say the same thing.
The elk,
the
fucking elk meat
too. Because in 2007, when I was doing it, if I would have kept that going, when the music started taking off, the podcast kind of got harder to do by myself. So I kind of put that on the back burner and never went back to it that one. So
you'll beat yourself up forever about that.
Mike, you can't even say podcast anymore. Like if you say podcast, if you're like, hey dude, I got this podcast, you want to be on it? Like the person is like, I actually don't want to be on that podcast.
Yeah, there's 330,000 active podcasts that have released an episode in the last 30 days.
17,000 launching every day or whatever. It's
insane. Like the number of podcasts out there.
Most of them will fail because they don't care about them. They just want to.
Well, there's no consistency. They're getting 30 to 50 downloads per episode on average.
It's bullshit.
I think it's something like 92+% of all podcasts have under 100 downloads or listens per episode. Which
just
is
about that.
Yeah, it's actually kind of crazy when you really think about it. So there's a volume of podcasts, but most podcasts don't approach it like a business. They approach it like, hey, we're gonna put this thing up and hopefully it makes us famous and we're not gonna have to do anything for the rest of our lives. Or we're gonna make it, we're gonna sell it, we're gonna make a bunch of money, or we're gonna get an advertiser. But they actually don't think about
some
it in
people
terms
do.
of the business. No, some
people do, but I don't.
There's 300 to 500 maybe podcasts that have real marketing budgets and
it's
full
the
teams
1%.
behind them. And then, there's a few more that, are taking it seriously and reinvesting in their own growth.
So what
and their
guys say, what you guys are saying is it's a new frontier of being an actor.
It's a Wild West.
Hold on. But being a musician, being an actor, being a this, you're saying that the top 1% are going to make the money. And because that's music, right? The top 1% are going to make the money. That's actors. The top 1% are going to make the money. It's podcasters. Right. But I just feel like podcasting, like I'm so grateful I'm on Adobe Radio with Rockstar Dad because I can say I've got this radio show.
Yes.
But I'd make nothing from Adobe Radio.
There's a missed opportunity there for sure.
Yeah. So I make nothing from that. But at least I can get guests to pay attention to me. Because if I cold call some guy from a band, I'm like, "Hey, dude, it's me, Jarrett, from the band that played with you one time. I've got this podcast."
That helps a fuckload.
But here's the thing: I get those emails, I get those texts, and I'm like, I mean, I've done 7 this week.
Do you know what helps? If you're able to say, I have a podcast and here's, we're the number 42 podcast in America. That helps.
We're huge.
If you're like, we just have a podcast, you're
we got
just another
million downloads.
podcast.
We got X dollars, and
hi,
here's what we got.
I'm an actor. I'm just another actor, right? Like, what have you done? Like I was an extra in, freaking Christmas in New York, like, great, awesome, good for you.
And no,
but
like, just so we're clear.
I was an extra in Christmas in New York. I don't know if you know that movie. It's the largest budgeted Italian movie of all time.
Hey, trivia question. How many major motion pictures has Jarrett from Bowling for Soup been in?
4.
17.
That is a fucking great answer. Nice, dude. Fuck.
Did he know immediately? Holy shit.
Dude, that's unbelievable.
You have a stalker.
Oh my God. That's great. Wait.
Watch
I
out.
think Joe has a
Watch
Jarrett
out.
tattoo somewhere.
I know. Hold on.
Marty.
Don't show us.
Get
Marty.
naked.
Do not show
Don't
us.
actually get naked.
Please.
Don't actually do it. No, we're streaming.
I'm not gonna do it. Don't worry.
Hey, Marty,
We're not streaming.
Marty, let me ask you a question. Are you still having fun doing it?
I always have fun doing music, but I'm an independent artist in the truest sense of the word. So I am truly alone, meaning everything I do is just me and God and my fans. So it gets really hard, especially when they continue to change the algorithms up, which hurt people like me that don't have a label, that's not really looking to sign a record deal. Maybe I would sign a publishing deal. I believe that with my numbers now, I could very easily go and get a record deal if I wanted that. But there's things that you have to give up, and there's things they want you to do. And I'm a grown man with beautiful babies and a beautiful wife, and I can't go and just be on the road nonstop and things like that. But that's so with me, do I still enjoy it? I always will forever enjoy music and enjoy writing songs. I love it. I love being in the studio. That's something I love more than anything. I love taking a song that I've written and taking it to the studio, making that song and hearing that song. I would love it. I love it even more if people actually to listen to it. But
isn't it kind of cool though? Hold on. Isn't it kind of cool though that you can make your living being a musician and not be on the road? Like I realized that, when I was a kid and my entire life, then I'm divorced and I, was a part-time parent because of music. And it seems like you're kind of like the new generation of like, guess what? I don't fucking have to go to California and do this and this and this. I can do all this from my home. You're sort of the new generation of being able to like, yeah, I don't get you. You're not, sure, you're not on a label. You're not getting courted. You're not doing this, but you're making it. You're making a living doing this, doing music, and you're putting food on the table and you're home every night.
Well, you're seeing more of that, with the Oliver Anthony thing, right? Like he's like really
Who knows?
pushing the.
Whoa, hold on.
Hold on, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows?
That's a whole separate level.
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But honestly, I want to know what you think about that, Marty. Like, do I have to put the Ray in there every time, by the way? Or do I just say Mark? I just saw you.
You have to say Marty Ray Project every time you address me.
Every time.
You will be
MRP.
sued.
It's just Chardy and you're good.
MRP. No, but what
Ray.
do you think about that? Like you have okay, so you didn't get handed the dream. You're not playing arenas, but you're home every night. It's kind of a cool fucking exchange.
Or are we missing something?
Yeah, or we might be missing something. Is it like if you're home is the arena the dream, and if you're in the arena, is home the dream?
I don't think it is. Marty, Ray, Project.
Now I'll talk to you. Now I'll talk to you. Now, please address your question with again, but say at the end, speak, please, Marty Ray Project. No. So it's two ways. If you're an artist, I believe that if you're an artist that has never won a Grammy, you never sold out an arena, then you always want that. But it's a weight of priorities. What do you want more? Do you want to be selling out arenas more and win a Grammy more, or do you want to be with your family more? I'm a family man more than anything else. I'll give it all up in a heartbeat to spend more time with my children and my wife, and I've always been that way. And I'm not gonna. There's certain morals I'm not gonna bend. I'm not gonna not talk about Jesus because they don't like me saying his name in the contract. That's not going to happen with me. I'm a staunch believer, and I will never not be. And they won't change that. And they don't like that about me. I know that. And so there's those things. Do I still crave the? Do I still crave the big stage? Yeah, that'd be cool. But I don't crave it at the cost that it would take to get there. That's the way it works with me. But
Priority. Yeah.
I mean,
priorities.
does
It's all about priorities.
financial ever come into play though? Like when you're thinking about these things, like does it ever, like I went to school for film and I stopped doing my passion to make money. I mean, I realized I wanted to make money. It's not just about making as much as possible. It's about kind of like what you said. Like I want to spend time with my family. I want to be able to set my kids up. I want to have a good life. So like, does money come into play? Like, is it like, I can do so much on my own, but if I sign, then I put in the 5 years or the 8 years that it's going to take or whatever the numbers are. You guys know better than me. Then I write those years off and then everyone's taken care of forever.
So there are bands that do that. There are bands that I know that are really big bands. They have children, they have wives, they've done it. They've made the money. Marty Ray Project, something you don't know about me is I will not go out on the road more than 12 days because I'm a dad. I became a dad the same day I got a Grammy nomination on January 7th, 2003. My daughter was born. I got a Grammy nomination the exact same day. And my life changed in many ways. And for the first several years of her life, I didn't miss anything, but I certainly tried not to say no to things. But I said no to a lot. I said no to the Green Day Blink-182 tour. Bowling for Soup was supposed to open that. I said no. I can't be gone 6 months. I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. So when we talked being funny earlier about me being rich, I'm not, because I didn't do that. I didn't want to be gone from my children. I wanted to be here. And so Bowling for Soup, to this day, we tour in 12 to 14 day windows, and then we're home. And then guess what? We're home for a month, and then we go out for 12 to 14 days, and then we're home. Then we go out for 12 to 14 days, and then we're home.
I love that.
And it's so different from even like corporate work. Like Joe and I will go out for conferences and we're gone for 7 days and we come home, and we go out for 7 days, we come home.
But
but exactly to his point, we don't want to be out for much longer than that. We want to be home.
I'm booking trips home early all the time. Like, I just like,
how many times
I got all the work done I want to get done. I want to get the fuck home.
I'm the first Bowling for Soup dad. Actually, Eric, our old bass player, had a kid before me, but when my children were born, I used to fly home every day off. So every day off, I flew home, and sometimes I would see my kids for 4 hours because I would land while they were in school. They would come home. I would have to fly out that night to be, and the members of my band would be like, dude, this is fucking crazy. Like, and now all of them have kids, and they're like, we totally get it.
Yep, understood it.
Fucking understood.
I mean, I would do the same thing.
Yeah, you had dinner, you read a book, and you're out.
My daughter had like a 3rd grade graduation, and I was at a conference, and I literally like booked a fucking early flight just so I can go fucking see it. Like, it's stupid as it is.
But what's great is nowadays you can be there on FaceTime. You can. I watch baseball games. We do all that on the internet. We didn't have that 2003, 2006 when my two older kids were born. But I think it's kind of the same thing, Marty. Ray Project. Of like you going, listen, I don't need a label. I was like, listen, I don't need the big tour. I don't have to go tour Brazil. I know our band is huge in Brazil. I know our band is huge in Indonesia. We've never been to either one. Because there's a certain amount of time I can be gone from home. And that's right now, America, Europe, England. And that's it. I mean, like, and it's all about how much time you're away from your kids. And anyway, I'm sorry if I got off topic.
No.
Well,
That's
no,
a big
it was
one.
directly on topic.
That's
The
a big
only I
one.
will say, I have to say that I was blessed in that I ran a towing service, like I said earlier, for years, basically most of my life, and I had my children, watched them grow, and doing that. And my wife, she took care of the kids for the most part, and then she one time there was a time I was on the side of the interstate, and this massive semi truck started hitting those wake up bumps, and I'm doing the flashlight trying to get him over. And then next thing you know, I say, hey, we got to go. There were 7 people out there, and I said, we got to move. And I started pushing people. We were running through the side ditch, whatever they call that. And then sure enough, he runs smack dab into my wrecker and blows his truck up and my truck. It was a massive thing on the newspaper. And within an inch of dying, I was, and it was such a massive explosion that the concussion was even felt behind us. It was wild. And at that, when I was saved by the grace of Jesus in that moment, I rode over to the service road, and I called my wife and I said, babe, you got to go back to school. you got to have something. Cause if I die on this road, what are you going to do with these 2 babies? I mean, you got to go. So she went back to nursing school and became an RN. She now has a bachelor's, fixing to have her master's. So when I say it helps a lot when she got a job making, whatever, $30 an hour early on, that helped me to be able to say, now I can tow, but still now I'm going to start exploring music more because the load is not all on me. You see what I'm saying? So she's owed credit in the fact of she started taking up the slack of me being able to step away slowly from the wrecker, and then eventually just not doing the wrecker altogether. And still to this day, she works. So that helps too. That helps me be able to turn down certain things that I normally probably like you were probably the the man that was just the main breadwinner. It was only you probably, right? So then turn down certain things. So when you turned it down, it was more of a sacrifice than it would be for me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Can I just say this? Because you brought up Jesus, I did not expand on the load all over me. And I think I deserve a high five for that.
I'll give you a fucking high five right there.
Thank you. Because, man, would I have ran with that son of a bitch. Also, yes, I'm sorry. Fuck. That was fucking amazing, beautiful story. My ex was actually the breadwinner. When we met, I was homeless.
Really? Wow.
That's a fucking story. I'm sure it's out there, but that's a story.
Yeah. So I actually lived in the Bowling for Soup van, and everybody will go down by the river for 2.5 years, trying to I just wanted to do it. But my young adulthood is very different than you would think. At 17, I started my own business. I had a toy store for about 8 years. I got 2 degrees. I have a degree in marketing, a degree in psychology. After the toy store closed.
What am I thinking right now?
After the toy store closed, I started a home building business with a guy who had moved in from Arkansas, who had a defamation of character suit against him and just needed somebody to sign on. I learned how to build houses. We built 3. The third one, they built a coin-operated car wash across the street. Fucking, it didn't build. Nobody bought it. So I started an above ground swimming pool business. I built the most above ground swimming pools for that company, Pool Depot. That year, I won a cruise. I went on that cruise, and when I got back from that cruise, I was like, I am tired of being responsible.
You made the President's Club?
I'm tired. I was tired. And we started Bowling for Soup that year. And
how old were you?
Wait. When you started Bowling for Soup, was the goal like ultimately, was it just like we're loving this and it's fun, or was it?
So we were in Wichita Falls, Texas. I was 22 years old, so it was 94. And so actually, I misspoke. The band had been together a couple of years, but we weren't really taking it. It was just like something to do, keep us out of trouble, kind of thing.
Garage band.
Okay. So
And
side project, and then you made it full project.
Well, I was just like, you know what, man? Let's just fucking go do it. I'll just figure it out. And that's what we did.
I fucking support this.
But yeah,
that's what Joe and I did. We're like, let's go make this company. We're just gonna fucking do it.
Do you
We
know
didn't
what?
even know. We had no business starting in this space, and we were like,
Oh my
we're just
God.
gonna
I have a
fucking
thing
do
What
it.
we were doing.
Marty, I have such a similar story though, because my ex was the breadwinner, and like paying the rent, and I wasn't making shit for so many years. We got married in 2000, and so 2002 and a half rolls around, and there was some shit going on at her job, and she calls me. I was on Warped Tour, and she goes, I've got to leave this place. Like, I'm miserable. I've got to leave. And she's crying. And I just said, well, I think you should. But Girl the Bad Guys Want, I guess, is a hit. And I just got my first ASCAP check, and we're good. I was just like, yeah, just fucking quit, And I got to give back, I got to go the same as you, like now you go figure out what you want to do.
Is it easy to get lost in that though? Like you had that first hit, right? And you made your money, and like from being like living in the van and being homeless, and then you made that first good hit, and you saw real money coming through.
Yeah.
Is it really easy to get lost in that? Like, oh, I'm gonna fucking do this forever, and I'm gonna be fucking super famous, or
No.
is it more is like that reserved? Like, well, am I gonna have another one? Am I fucked? If
No,
is this the
honestly,
only money I'm ever gonna get.
Honestly, for that, it was just like, oh, okay, we paid all our bills. I was $32,000 in debt on credit cards.
Ooh.
Because we were touring back then. Like
Sure.
So we got the money to pay off that. And then but what we had gotten signed in 2000, record came out, and we didn't sell any. And it was a wonder that the second record even came out. The UK had just kind of come through, but we still didn't have any money. And then Girl the Bad Guys Want was a hit. But honestly, like we never got life-changing money. That money was just like, oh, okay. Now we don't have to live in an apartment anymore. We'll just move into a house, and we'll have our first kid, and that'll be that. And then
bump up.
It's like a bump up. And then 1985 happened, where the pressure really was after Girl the Bad Guys Want, as you said. But I'd already written Almost with Butch, and we had several backups, and then the 1985 thing was obviously insane.
Right.
And then we followed it up, and then the fans really were the ones that stuck with us.
What's the biggest driver then? Is it like the show? It's live shows is still the biggest driver of revenue, though, right?
T-shirts. Yeah, I told my kids as they grew up, I said, "You eat T-shirts."
That's a new thing now, right? The venues are starting to stop charging you for the. I was reading. I don't know how accurate this is, but I was reading that the venues are starting to, like, the major venues.
Live Nation,
which is a huge one. They're starting to stop charging for your own merch. Like, you get to keep all your merch sales, which is massive. I think it's huge.
So a lot of people didn't know that they've been taking between 20 and 40%.
which is insane.
It's
It has
fucked up.
nothing to do with them.
Totally fucked up.
It has
That's a little
nothing to do
fucked
with
up
them
at all.
I mean, it's a real thing. It's been our entire existence. And honestly, BJ Barnum from American Aquarium is the guy that like brought it out into the world and started fighting it and putting it all out there and being a dick about it. And thank God, you know, because
And I just want to say that's not just you, right? That's thousands of bands out there.
oh, every band, like at a certain level. So what's funny is in the country world. So where I live, like Texas country wise, not once. Nobody has ever asked me for money for merch sales. Not fucking once.
That's great.
But it's because it's this cool community and it's this. But I've been paying 20% of merch to venues since '96 for Bowling for Soup.
Marty, do you have merch?
Of course. Yeah, I have merch. I sell merch at every show.
Is that like a big driver for you as well?
Well, yeah. When I do live shows, I mean, I'll be honest with you, if I thought I could sell the tickets, this is what I hate the most about live shows for me as an independent guy. If I thought I could sell the tickets, my dream, I said my dream earlier, that's my ultimate goal is to have my originals used in as a like Phineas and Ferb, that type of stuff. That'd be amazing.
Right.
Or Sons of Anarchy, having the intro song to that or something like that. Or even you remember the Viking show when it was being advertised, it blew this guy up because he was doing he did this song dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Sail! You remember that song?
Oh, Sail!
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double Driver. Double Driver.
Great. I know what you're talking about.
No, it's some guy. I think it's Alex something. But whatever.
Yeah,
the
but
case
I mean, Double
is,
Driver covered it. That's the version I know, and it's so good.
well, the guy that wrote it and did it, that was what they used to advertise Vikings. And I thought, wow, this is an amazing song. I wasn't even in music at the time. And I thought, if I could only get one of my originals to be used like that, it would be amazing. And then HP used that same song, HP in a commercial. And I thought, this is my goal in life now. But now I also would love to have one city in every state that I knew I could sell at least 1,000 tickets to, even 500, that I knew for a fact I could go there and sell the tickets. But I don't have that, right? I have to hope and pray that I sell them when I set up a show up somewhere.
I'm going to give you some marketing advice. You got millions. You got millions of streams. You know, 80
you
million.
don't know that until you try it, homie. Like you gotta go.
I have tried it.
Well, no, this is what I'm saying though. You got 50 million streams.
Just to
you got
be
80 million.
transparent. To be transparent, I just had a show booked at in Arlington Music Hall, and we had about 6 months to sell tickets. And the guy was nice enough to make a deal because I wasn't. He said, how many tickets have you sold in Arlington? I said, I've never played a show in Arlington, but I'm willing to roll the dice if you are, and let's see what happens. And he said, okay, let's roll the dice. So we rolled the dice, and it didn't sell enough tickets, so we had to cancel the show. That's what I'm saying. I've done it. There's no chance I haven't taken the risk. I've taken the risk. Now, have I taken the risk and said I'm just going to go out there and drive from city to city and then because I gotta pay my guy that plays with me regardless. So I would be bleeding money to take a risk as a 41-year-old man to where I say I'm just going to go from city to city, not sell any tickets and just build it up because I'm not a young man. I started this thing as not a young man in my 20s.
I think you're missing a big piece here.
No,
bro.
but he's not. He's not wrong. I mean, like just doing this Jarrett Ray Reddick thing has cost me thousands and thousands of dollars because I have to pay these guys every night. I have to buy the venue. I have to pay for the gas. I have to pay hotel rooms. You know what I mean? So like I'm going out, I'm driving this. Not exactly.
It's a startup.
I get it. Like your existing
it's a startup,
audience.
Dude. It's a fucking startup.
It's a startup. But Jarrett, it was, he was like Blockbuster, and now he's moving into
but you know what?
another industry altogether.
Over the years,
but it doesn't
translate. Startup founders who've made millions of dollars and they got to do the same exact thing.
But Marty
They gotta
already
do the same
has
exact thing. They gotta
80,000
pay
people that
out,
like, or
they
80
gotta
million
pay out,
people that
and they
like
gotta
him.
pay all their guys, and they're not making money, and they're not making money. And
Wait,
they're
wait,
gonna
wait,
pay
wait,
out
wait,
the
wait, wait,
guys
wait, wait.
nonstop.
I'm going to argue this, and you guys
Also,
can.
my thing. Hold on.
You guys can come
My
at me.
thing. Hold on. My thing is also not a perfect translation. So you guys saw me acoustic. You saw how many people.
Yeah.
Sure.
You saw us as a full band. You saw how many people were there. So if I'm in another band, like go, doot, 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 you know what I mean? Like not everybody comes to see me just because I'm the guy from this or this or this.
Right, because they might be into pop punk. I mean, they might not be into country.
Right,
You know, like
exactly.
I get it. I get it. But that's my point when I'm comparing the two of you. Like your transition to country is very different from Marty Ray projects.
Yeah, would you please
Oh, you
refer to
talking to
him
me?
as his full name?
Oh, you were talking to me this whole time?
Make sure
My
you say the whole
pronoun
name,
is
okay?
Marty Ray. So, but
Mr.
it's very
Project.
different. Like you all, in my opinion, from a very professional marketer who makes a good amount of money doing this professionally, I feel like you have 80 million streams, 50 million, whatever it is, or 80 million views, 50 million streams, or whatever it is. You have a large audience. What's not happening is you don't have direct access to them. They're just a big black box. There are people out there that are listening and you don't know who they are, and you have no way to directly communicate with them outside of putting out something else. And
It's a
that's always the
gigantic
biggest
number.
issue. And that's something that you can be building towards. One of the things that people constantly, and this is true in podcasting and everything else that we've ever touched, it's amazing how much people will do if you just ask them, as long as you're asking them to do the right things. If you want to rank in Apple, you want to be number one in Apple, you have to ask people to follow your podcast, and then nobody does that. Like you have to go on and tell people, go follow my podcast. And as an influencer, which you are, you have all these people that are listening to your content and doing this stuff. If you go ask them to go do that, you're going to ultimately see a percentage of those people go do it, and you're going to see those results. If you ask them for their, go sign up, go to this simple website, that I just set up, and give me your email because I'm going to send you some personal shit every week or every month or whatever, something that's just from me. I'm going to give some unique songs or covers or, whatever it is, right? Something that is going to be unique to them. And you start gathering their data. Now you know that in Austin, I have this many people. In Arlington, I have this many people. In freaking Topeka, I have this many people that I know for a fact are there because they've signed up and they like my shit. And now you can go release campaigns that doesn't, they don't cost you shit, to go let them know, like, hey, I'm running this thing. I'm going to be local. How many of you are going to come out? I want to, invite 20 of you backstage with me or whatever. And people are going to go fucking nuts, but like my point is, from a marketing perspective, you already have the audience. You're just not using the audience the way you need to.
That's great advice. That's
Thank you.
so great advice. I've been doing exactly that for 5 years, building a email list. If you pull up my website while we're sitting here talking and look what pops up, very first thing, it says join the project, and it's an email grabber and it's an email list. I constantly am telling people to give me their email. Get on the mailing list so you can be updated with all the shows and things like that. So that is true. You're 100% fact. You're 100% fact.
Yeah,
I wish I'd have started building it early. I wish I'd have started building the email list early on.
But don't just put it on your website. Ask people to do it. Like,
I do.
like
when you're comments all the time. I say, go. They say, hey, where do we get a touring schedule? I said, well, it's on. I don't tour like a traditional artist, but my shows are listed on my website. But if you want to be updated with every show, join the mailing list. That's you can go through my comments and see where I'm doing it. I'm not saying that I'm perfect at it. What I'm saying is people look at millions of followers. Here's the problem. They look at, you got millions of followers. You got 1.5 million followers collectively. That's what I have across all platforms. But that don't mean that I'm able to reach every one of those people. Just hey, I'm going to go. I'm going to put a post out, and I'm just going to get all these people to join my mailing list just because I got the people. That ain't how it works. You got to spend some money,
isn't it? Isn't it?
I have
now, like, don't you only get to 3%?
Yeah, 3% is awesome, dude. It's 1 to 3%. Yeah,
it's 1 to 3%. But sometimes
3% you're fucking golden.
It's the biggest bait and switch in the history of the world. Facebook, it really is. That's
a good way to put it.
It's because it's really easy to follow something.
Hold on, it's the biggest bait and switch in the history of the world. When Facebook started, we were allowed to send shit to all of our followers. We could
Right.
do all of these things. And then they
killed
took
it.
it away. And they said, but we're glad you guys are on this platform. And also, you know what? We can still get to them, but here's this and this and this and this and this.
Yeah, well, now you can pay for marketing to your own followers, but you can't actually go message them directly.
Remember Switch? That was insane. It was all of a sudden, and people were like, okay, we'll do it. Now I will pay.
Yeah,
to do
the
the same
only
thing
way
I
to
did for
access your
free
followers is if you
yesterday.
pay for it.
What?
With Facebook ads.
Oh yeah.
When I'll tell you this, back in the day when that All About That Beard went viral, I didn't even have a Facebook. I think I had a Facebook page set up as Marty Ray Project, but never posted on it because it barely got
Your
it
full
barely had
name.
any followers. So then that was on my personal profile that I posted that. Then they started going to that. So then I started posting there. And it got to where it just started growing. After the Vanilla Ice, it started growing to hundreds of thousands. And then I promise you that any music video I posted would get to 1 million views, no matter what. It got to 1 million views organically. If I posted, a matter of fact, it was so much. I was so confident about it. I had sponsorship deals, and I would write songs for these companies. One of them was a beard oil company called Beardalizer, and I wrote all these songs and made these videos, and they got millions of views. Built their company online metrics from what I was doing. One of the songs is called one of the songs is a parody of 21 Pilots' Heathens. The song says, all my friends are heathens, take it slow. We wrote a song and did a whole amazing video called All My Friends Are Bearded, You Should Know. Hashtag never shave, I let it grow.
That's
you
fucking
have a shaved face, well, that's cute. But
this
look
guy.
what my bearded friends can do. And we made this amazing video at the Jefferson City, Missouri prison penitentiary that's closed. It's the most haunted whatever thing. And we made this. They let us have free reign, and this thing blew up. I mean, it blew up. It built the company. It's gone viral several times. I'm just saying, it was a whole different world back then than it is today. Because then I remember when the paying the ads came, and then next thing you know, the reach that you had went to like 30%. And then it just constantly got chipped away every year. And it's still 1 to 3%. Surely they can't go no lower than that. But we'll see. But even now, I still tell people, keep posting, stay consistent, because every now and then one gets by. You get one that gets by. I got a couple of videos right now that are recent posts that are right at 1 million. They're fixing to roll over at 1 million. And I didn't pay for any of that. I didn't pay for them to get to 1 million.
That's awesome.
So I'm just saying.
But it's like that on any platform too. Like, and I think that is a really good lesson is don't get discouraged. Like
that's the hardest part.
Keep posting, because like TikTok, I was absolutely murdering for months and months and months. And now I'm lucky if I get 4,000, 5,000, and then every once in a while I get one that's like 60, 70,000 or whatever. But it's the dumbest thing. But
what's
it's
your what's your following base on TikTok?
190.
190,000?
190,000?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay. What's your likes number?
Over 2 million.
Over 2 million. Okay.
Yeah.
Right on. Did you have one go viral? Is that how you built your audience, or what happened?
It's the same thing that happened with my podcasting. I got on TikTok really early. I did a couple of videos, and then everybody was like, dude, that's for kids. And I just fucking didn't pay attention to it. Had I just kept going, I got like 80,000 followers like overnight.
It's a Bitcoin story for everybody.
It's fucking literally 80,000 overnight. So
it's crazy how our stories are interchangeable, because the same
I
thing
agree. But I
have
worked my ass off to get to 190. And you know what? Maybe that's not impressive, but I'm trying, and I'm posting, and I am doing it every day, and I'm being engaging, and I'm trying to be informative, and I actually really do enjoy it. I really do. I enjoy the social media stuff. What I don't enjoy is when I don't do it for a couple of days, the feeling that I get of like, okay, well, now your next video is not going to do any good because you didn't post yesterday.
Yeah. It's like the fact that you have to do it sucks.
100%.
That's what
It's not about
is
making.
the
It's not about
milking.
the content. Like it's fun to make it, but it's not fun when you have to make it.
Exactly.
I want to say one
That's
more
a
thing,
challenge
and
for us as well.
then I got to get off
We'd
here.
love
But
to record
Yeah,
a video
we got
every
to
single
wrap.
week.
We're like 3 hours and 50 minutes in.
yeah,
Dude,
Like,
let me say
let
this.
me tell you, my editor, which is me, hates this entire thing, but I love it. It's gonna be the worst thing to edit.
The same thing happened to me with TikTok. It used to be called Musically, and I was getting messages from fans saying that I should get on Musically, and I thought it's just a lip syncing app. I sing, so why would I get on Musically? It don't make sense. And I would tell them, I didn't say that to them, but I thought I don't see where I could grow anything there. And eventually it changed to TikTok. They got bought out, whatever happened. And somebody posted, this is what got me on TikTok. A guy posted that song I told y'all, All My Friends Are Bearded. He took my audio and posted it and acted as if it was him. And he was taking all the credit in the comments. These women were saying, you're so amazing. You're such an amazing singer. And he was saying, thank you and all this stuff. And then, so these people, my fans, they kept sending it to me. And I thought, first I was like, what is TikTok? And they said, oh, it used to be Musically. And I thought, I don't really care. So I didn't think nothing of it. And then eventually it kept, man, this video is doing really well. And I said, oh, you know what? I need to at least get on there so there's a presence. So if maybe somebody sees it, because there was people that were typing this is Marty Ray Project on there, but they couldn't tag me because I wasn't on TikTok. So I just set it up so that they could tag me. And I went to his video and I said, hey man, I said, I appreciate you being a fan and listening, liking the song, but to sit here and say thank you to all these without even hashtagging Marty Ray Project that's a little weird. That's a weird flex. And but thank God that happened, because then I started posting a TikTok and started growing a following there. So you just need to get on board wherever it's at. If it Clapper, I'm on Clapper now. I'm wherever somebody's at. I want to be there.
What's Clapper?
That's what I try to do.
Yeah, what the fuck is
exactly?
Clapper?
You need to get on Clapper.
What is it?
It's just like TikTok.
Is it like Tinder? Like you just clap when you like them, and you yeah.
No, it's not like Tinder.
Question.
Maybe it's like Tinder. Maybe.
Yeah. They're hot. Nope.
Clap left, clap right.
Yeah. I get clapped on a lot.
Make it clap.
Get on a Clapper. Guys, this has been really fun.
Yeah, thank you. It's 4 hours in. You guys are rock stars. Hey, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, no one's watching this whole thing all the way through, so
No,
I'll
probably
probably
edit
edit out the
clips
last
and
like
stuff from
3
the end.
hours, and
But
I'll
honestly,
like,
it's been great just showing
pull
y'all.
some highlights.
Everything's gonna be good. Well, they're gonna miss out because this was
Yeah,
very well.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. So if you do come to Japan, Jarrett, let me know and we'll rock. Marty, next time I'm in Texas, which is actually kind of often because there's a lot of conferences down there.
Well, he's in Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm in
We'll be in Tennessee as well.
Next
Next
time
time
I'm not
you're
gonna
in
message
Texas,
you.
we'll see you in Tennessee.
I'm never in Tennessee for any reason.
He's like, next time I'm in
but,
Texas, I won't holler at you. Okay.
Yeah,
You're not
exactly.
there.
And then
you know what?
I'm in the
we go to
U.S.
Nashville.
I'm in Texas.
We
It's
go
right
to
down the street.
Nashville sometimes. We go to Nashville for conferences.
Come on, holler at me. Hey,
So,
Jarrett,
yeah.
let's connect. Let's connect online and get.
I will
each
hit
other's
you
numbers.
guys up.
Yeah.
We're
And
We're-
Joe,
an email.
Mike,
You
God
guys
bless
chat
y'all.
up from
Thank
there.
y'all for having us on.
Yeah.
You're
Thank you.
God
amazing.
bless you as well.
This has been
You guys rock.
fantastic.
Yeah, I
Y'all
mean that.
take
I
care.
love all of y'all. I feel like we're family already.
Same.
That's how it works. That's how it works.
Y'all
And
be
you know,
Thank you.
if you ever want to jump in the Friday night karaoke group and just fucking, you don't have to post songs. You just, just go see what people are up to, and you throw out a little like here and there. They're gonna freaking go crazy. When
I'm
they
gonna go.
see,
I'm gonna
like,
go one step
a
above.
like
I'm gonna go one step above.
Marty or
I'm gonna go one
Jarrett,
step
they're gonna
above
go
here.
nuts.
Via join the group, play a song, throw it in.
And if you post a song, god damn it, dude, we'll fucking promote
I'm
the
with
shit out of
Marty
it.
though on this. I'm with the Marty Ray project on this. Joe walking to wherever he's going after this is going to be hilarious. And
Can we just see
I
that?
wish-
Joe's sleeping
Can that
right
be
where
the end
you
of the show?
Dude, I mean, you're gonna piss and shit your pants just right. You're just gonna
He already
follow.
did, bro.
Wait,
He
wait,
already
wait. This is a
did.
true story. This is a
I've
true fucking
already
story.
pissed
We
and
were
shit my
recording a
pants.
podcast.
I
We
just
were
have to
recording a
walk with it
podcast,
now.
and then I had to go away to go piss or something. I came back, and Joe's chair is in his a different place in Vermont, his house in Vermont, and his chair was empty. And I didn't know where he was. And then when I talked to him the next day, like I had to stop the podcast. When I talked to him the next day, he's like, "Yeah, I fell asleep on the fucking floor. My wife found me."
All right, y'all have a good night. Thank
Bye,
you,
guys.
God
listeners.
bless y'all. We'll see y'all soon.
Later.
Good night.